I need to get saucy.
Stepping away, 1 sec.
What's your ritual, Nick? Do you just like stand in front of the mirror and just say Flicks things?
You know, I know that you're asking for jokes, but like every character's kind of got like a different little micro ritual, like how I do it. Like I've got a character that that I voice kind of like Cusco, the poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. And he just talks like this all the time.
My God.
I love that guy. But, you know, I have to kind of do the Cusco's poison thing in order to, like, load up the voice profile.
Yeah. I actually broke out a Kashba voice today at work, and it felt nice. I haven't used a Kashba voice in like 2 weeks.
You're gonna be so sad when a Kashba voice is just a thing of the past. What's
Like
Dreon
now?
voice? I've never heard Dreon voice.
Dreon voice, I had to go watch the VOD to remember what Dreon voice was. Dreon voice is like my version of Jack voice from Final Fantasy X.
I don't know who Jack is.
Wow.
Wow.
What?
He's only the star.
I've never been more
only
satisfied
the greatest
making a
Blitz-
statement.
He's the greatest blitzball player of all time. That's what you need to know.
Wasn't he the guy that was just sounded like really insecure?
No, that's his son.
Okay. Well, I know one of the characters in 10 just
Get in the
like
Nick, get in the client before you rant.
I'm trying to, man. I'm
trying
trying
to
to.
intercept
Downloading
this rant.
world data. Please
man,
wait.
it's
I'm
been so
waiting
long
for
since
the
I
world
watched it.
data.
Hey, just making sure, because usually that's not the case. You're like, oh, I'll open Chrome. What am I doing today?
Yeah, it's true. That is, I mean, you know, when you're right, you're right. This time you're not right, but when you are right.
She had a 50-50 shot of being right. She was either right or she wasn't.
Oh, she had like a 78.5% chance of being right. Just not this time.
That's a Kaamos joke. Sorry.
Yeah, now we have
Oh, okay.
Kaamos memes. Because apparently one of our players, just doesn't understand the concept of probability.
What? Who the fuck is this lion? What's he doing here?
What
Your head is a
lion doing
cat.
here?
I also have a cat head. We should be friends.
All right, okay, Nick, real quick, I need to share this with you so that you can understand the voice for this character before we get into the game, okay?
All right. What are you sharing with me? Where is it?
I'm grabbing a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay, watch stream.
Did you hear that?
You're out of your league. You can't.
Bad.
Bad.
This is why I love the character. Like, he just is kind of a shitty dad. That's his whole character in that game. And so, like, his son is trying to, like, learn how to do this, like, his famous shot called the Jack shot. And as he's doing it, you have to do the button prompts as these
The whole
messages
time
appear.
he's like, "You're worthless. You're worthless. You're not actually, but you're adopted. You're adopted."
And then he's like, I'm the best. Just a great character. Amazing.
What an asshole. Yeah, I don't know. Flicks comes pretty naturally to me, honestly. Because
Yeah,
Flicks is also kind of an asshole.
I don't know. Kashba came pretty naturally to me, to be honest.
Kashiba's so cute.
Just nonsensical. All the time.
But he's adorable, you know? He's super lovable. I'm gonna miss him.
Kashba is an international brand, you know?
At least he's not dead. We can go visit him whenever we want.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
mean,
Ajax feels pretty fucking dead to me.
No, Akashba will come back during the like anime finale. Like everyone will pray and then Akashba will appear.
You don't get to have some fucking apotheosis off screen,
No,
buddy.
I don't. You know, you saw. Right, that's right. You never played Final Fantasy 14, but like the opening cinematic is like the music hits the crescendo and like it flashes to like everyone around the world like falling to their knees in prayer. Like that's gonna happen, and then it just summons Akashba.
Everyone except Flicks.
Whatever. Flicks would pray if it brought back Akashba.
Maybe. He'd like throw a coin into a fountain for Akashba, probably.
Best I can do.
Best I can do is 2 farthings. And a half-hearted wish.
I guess it's okay if Akashba shows up, but I'm not gonna try.
Alright. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick while we're waiting for things. I'll be back.
Now we're only waiting for you to grab a drink.
All right, I'm drinked up.
Nick went to go get a drink.
Oh, okay. Great. We will have a nice little short introductory moment for our good friend Dreon. Dreon and I have been plotting, and every time somebody refers to Dreon as a Kashaba today, take a shot.
Oh, I have tequila.
You could just do this.
It's also
I could just
Wednesday.
keep the bottle by my side and just hammer that shit. Wednesday, my dudes. Time for tequila. Time for palomas.
My dudes.
It's just Wednesday.
Someone said it was Wednesday.
Does Wednesday exist in Arctis canon, or do they have does Arctis have different names for days?
Does Odin exist in Arctic?
You know, I've been looking at that calendar, and I close the calendar. I was like, this is more trouble than it will have practical application right now. So no, we have Wednesdays for right now. For now, I will think of something more clever later. But right now, that's been on the low prio list of things to add to the client.
Yeah, we get to that point 7 years from now where you're just renaming days, and Rain is writing the Arctis dictionary.
We do have a official Arctis holiday. We have Mirthsmiths as opposed to Christmas.
We do have Mirthmas, a terrible day.
Wait, why is it terrible? It's a day of mirth and happiness.
I don't feel like those kobolds are very mirthful. I'm just throwing it out there.
There was a lot of happiness happening, and then in the end, you killed your gingerbread dragon, and everybody feasted, and you were happy.
Pretty sure one of the kobolds threw a guy off Nakatomi Plaza.
Die hard with a kobold.
Hans Gruber is dead somewhere because of a kobold. That's canon in Arctis for Mirthmas.
God. Fucking Hans Gruber!
Alan Rickman just falling. That's all I'm seeing right now.
With a kobold standing over him.
Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay! Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
Birthday candle!
I should make a fucking kobold character. There's a lack of kobold happening in this campaign.
Since Kenny literally disappeared off the face of the earth, we no longer have this fresh supply of kobolds.
All the kobolds have moved themselves over to where the presence of the dragons are in
That's
Kaamos.
why there needs to be a hero kobold that's looking for their brethren and sister.
That might be no run. Where is he? Whenever he decides to get
Where is
back.
he? I'm just saying you could have additional kobolds.
I can always.
I could play Noodles the kobold.
Noodles.
No. You should just play Sick.
You cannot play Sick at the moment.
Damn it!
Why not play Sick?
Sick
Yeah,
is
Ooh,
Pretty good.
It's
pretty good.
The voice.
It's pretty good. But no, Sick is banned from official Arctis tournament play right now.
What? Why? Is she too powerful? Is she a dragon in fucking disguise now?
Sick.
Is that what's happening?
Is she Tiamat?
She is Tiamat. She's fucking Tiamat.
You
The whole
cannot.
final
is
boss
she?
battle is it's her face, just a giant sick face surrounded by revolving pies that randomly shoot at us, and we have to run back and forth shooting her a million times to kill her. Is this what's happening?
Yeah, this has all
Tremble
been
before, tremble
Sick's
before a
fever
kobold
dream.
of Eld.
But you can't be named characters in WoW. You can't be Jaina Proudmoore. I'm sorry. You can't be Illidan Stormrage. You can be Illidan Stormbrace. You can be
Okay, I'll play Sack.
Tyrande
I'll play her
Stormsack.
male counterpart Sack the kobold.
Sack. That's fine. You can be an off-brand.
Or I could play
A
a kobold
low-quality
detective
off-brand.
and it'll be Kiss Kiss.
There you go.
And he'll have a gun, so Kiss Kiss goes bang bang. Deep cut.
Oh. I mean,
I set that up. I'm very proud of myself.
that's-
write that down.
and you swung on it. So like, I guess props.
I don't have any regrets, honestly. I feel pretty good about it.
I was legitimately impressed. I was like, that's the man who wrote the best Hearthstone books.
Wow. Wow, that's like... I can't decide if I'm insulted or not.
I
Probably.
legitimately thought they were the best blog, so that's an honest compliment.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I'll take it to assuage the pain of lost years.
The pain of lost years. All right. Well, everybody, drinks acquired. Everybody good for gaming?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Let's
Yeah.
fucking go. All right. Well, as you all might have noticed, there is a new player on the team today. Let's give a brief welcome to our friend Dreon Stormbrace. He is a transfer student coming in from somewhere fucky. Yeah. It's, Northern Asir. And he's going to be with us today, whether you like it or not. Everybody, welcome.
Dreon to moshimasu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
I don't know
Dreon
any
just bows
Japanese. I
over
wish
and
I knew
over.
Japanese to be like really cute with this, but I just can't help you.
If when in doubt, just always say Yoroshiku onegaishimasu, and that's probably the correct answer.
Can you spell that for me?
No.
It's a lot of letters for somebody who only speaks English and Greek, which are all
And
much
now, as
simpler.
I try to work on this commission for Dreon, I'm now going to have him drawn in like a middle school outfit since he's a transfer student.
Wouldn't be the first time somebody drew a furry line in a schoolgirl outfit, so I'm sure you'll find artists out there.
Oof.
I'm gonna
Oof.
listen. I'm not.
Nobody
a
pays
furry.
for that anymore. They're like now that whatever the fucking Midjourney's here, you don't have to pay for lions and
Hey,
schoolgirl costumes anymore.
Wow.
If I'm
Not
gonna
in
get my
this chat.
furry, if I'm gonna get my furry porn, I'm gonna pay for it. Okay, I'm gonna do it on the level.
Trevor's the one saying no AI furry
I'm
porn.
so anti-AI art, but AI
Wait,
everything
what?
is great.
Wait,
What?
Guys, let's not do this. Please don't tilt me. I want to like Trevor, and you're baiting him into saying things that make me hate him. I have to go to his wedding. Please stop baiting him.
Oh, you said you might be sick.
You said you might be.
Trust
I'm
me,
sick
I'm
as
starting.
fuck. Does a kickflip.
Yeah. I'm
He's
fucking
already
sick of your
laying the
shit.
groundwork.
That's all I heard. Is like Rob just like coming up with potential excuses for a week from now.
Kayla is bedridden.
Psh, we can wheel the bed out. It's fine.
How far we've come from the days of COVID where it's like, oh, you have a slight cough. Please don't come within my city.
No. We're outside. It's all good.
What? Now I definitely don't want to come to this.
Oh,
What are
shit,
you
I
worried?
forgot
The top of your beautiful head's gonna burn?
Well, it's outside. Who goes outside?
Who goes outside? Oh, not because of the sun, but just because on principle it's outside.
We're trying to play D&D here, guys, huh? Hey, you want to play D&D, huh?
I mean, you know what? It's been a while. It's been a while since we played, so we got to get all this out of our system, man.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, Dreon. I've missed you very much. I won't speak for everybody else. I did say we, and I apologize. I missed you, and I loved your pictures that you were posting in the Discord of your trip to Japan. And I wanted more. And honestly, the deer, scary.
Dude, they actually do use pack tactics. I wasn't making that up. Like, they come at you, and they headbutt your legs, like, just hard enough to make you aware they could kill you if they wanted to, and they, like, bite at your shirt.
Oh,
They-
Sounds
they
like
want
goats.
to-
Sounds like goats with extra steps.
Well, they
Sounds
occasionally
like my cats.
they occasionally spam bow because they've been taught that bowing gets them crackers. But if you do not give them crackers, they
yes.
attack you.
Give crack. Yes.
I'm gonna try this the next time we hang out.
Just
I'm
bow.
gonna bite your clothing and bow repeatedly.
Well, then
See if you just give me food.
You a little bit. Like,
I will come prepared, Nick, with like tacos and beer. I'll just like hand you a taco every time you bow.
When are we hanging out? Because I want to make this happen immediately. Like, could we just not play and just go hang
Yeah.
out and I can bite your clothing and get tacos?
I'm calling an Uber right now. I'll be
Why aren't you all biting clothes and headbutting at Trevor's wedding? Like, that seems like the perfect
good.
venue.
That's a great question.
That is a great question. I don't think I got an invitation.
Oh, Nick, don't make it awkward!
I don't mind.
Jesus
actually.
Christ.
Trevor,
I don't
like,
plan. To fucking invite anybody to my wedding. I plan to do like a destination wedding for us, and it'll be like.
I just want to point out Trevor briefly unmuted and then remuted.
Well, I was gonna suggest like if Kayla is sick, well, Rob, you can bring a +1.
Well, I mean, Nick is always my ideal +1.
Although I
Sure.
think we actually invited Kayla and gave Kayla a +1. I think that's actually how it worked.
Hey, I believe that, and I'm happy for it to not be me.
Is she legal
Just
to
so it's
transfer that
ultra
by proxy?
clear, I'm not even remotely offended, Trevor.
I'm offended that you're not offended.
Yeah, how are you gonna play that?
Reverse Uno card.
Reverse.
All right.
If you showed up, if you figured that out, I would give you a wonderful meal and you'd have a great time.
He'd pluck a good berry off his stems and hand it to you.
It's not a wonderful meal.
Yeah, it's somebody's genitals is what you'd be feeding me.
Yeah, it's you don't just show up to somebody's wedding, even if you know them. Don't do that. Everyone listening, don't do that.
If I get married, you can just show up to my wedding. It's fine.
Don't have big weddings. Spend it all on the honeymoon.
No, I want to have a wedding at the Olive Garden so that when people can show up right away, I'm like, when you're here, you're family. Kayla probably wouldn't let that happen, though.
Why? What in the Tennessee?
I don't know. I looked at a lot of 4chan back in like the 2010s, so my brain's just permanently melted.
God, you are a broken man.
I
All
really
right,
am.
Arctis. Welcome back, everybody. There's been some changes between when we last played, which was 2 weeks ago, and now we are currently laden with cats as we have welcomed Dreon into Arctis. Ikashaba will currently be living out the rest of his peaceful days, depending on how long they may be, in Borealis. And for now, Dreon will have a short introduction, as he has received a prompt of kind of like what has gone on between Kaamos, which is where Dreon was first introduced, and now. And some things have happened. Apparently, you four are the kind of key running plot that is driving Dreon forward, as the fall of the houses of Maginox, and the responsibility of that lies squarely on the shoulders of you, well, 3 + 1 - 1, Hemdas, carry the 2, like...
I mean, honestly, I felt
you
like I was
guys.
mostly just walking around following the furry dude with the sun in his hand.
Yeah, so we've just swapped one furry dude for another furry dude.
The evidence is really stacking up that I may be a furry.
The rest of us had already settled that a while ago, but it's good to see that you're coming
No,
around
my
finally.
level of being a furry is I'm not a furry, but
Unless... touch his fingertips together. So, between Dreon and myself, we have a little bit of backstory and what he's done between ditching the Kaamos crew and arriving here at the Ascended crew. Dreon, I'm not sure how much you want to share at this point, but our introductory scene will make sense to you. It will not make sense to someone else who will be in it. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, before we get started, I just want to go over a couple things about Dreon's character sheet and make sure you are just good to go in general. Does everything look good from your point of view on your character sheet?
Yep, looks like it should.
Got all the weapons, the armor, and I see you had a... did you have a brooch that you wanted? Was there a brooch of shielding? I believe you had. Oh, no, you picked that up from Kaamos.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it.
No, you still have that. You absolutely still have that.
Oh, I thought I left it, but I mean, I'll take it.
You did. I remember equipping it to you, so I'm gonna just give it to you one more time.
Okay.
I am equipping it. I'm equipping. Resistances. All right, there we go.
Hooray.
Oh, there's something happening in this music that's like orbiting my brain, and I don't like it.
No, but the background music?
Yeah, there's like a noise, and it feels like it's literally inside of my skull. It makes me sad. I like the rest of the music.
There is definitely some sort of boring going on. Boring. I hear it too. It's like...
Yeah, that wasn't in this music before, right?
No, it is.
Oh,
I didn't change anything.
it's so weird. Why am I hearing it
Are
for
you
the
using
first
your
time?
special ears?
I must be, man.
My bad.
I got old guy vision started happening, like, in the last week.
My presbyopia!
Yeah, I'm not loving it.
I'm actually not hearing any music.
You're not hearing bing bong bong bing bong.
No, I'm trying to get the music to play. Let me just, I guess, refresh real quick. Christina, is it okay? Or
Yeah, go ahead. Everybody else hear the music fine?
Yeah, I hear it fine.
Okay. Is it at a good level? I have it at like pretty typical, like mid under speaking levels.
Fine to me.
Dreon can't hear because he's stuck in the bubble. It's like, I gotta be hearing music. No, Dreon, get out of the cat toy. Meow, he's stuck in the closet. Dreon shut himself in the closet again. All of us with cats, yeah.
Alright, I'm back in the game. Can I have music? Weird. I still don't have music. Go figure.
Click the little gears on the right and see if
Yeah,
the
hey,
music turned off over there.
Yeah, either do that or on the very top right, the music note.
Oh, nope. I got it now.
You got it?
Sweet.
You hear the blue, 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 blue.
Yep.
Perfect. I love my ambient music, so I don't want you to miss out.
I don't want to miss a thing.
Previously on Arctis. Finally, you all have left the terrible, horrible region of Polaris, the realm of eternal night,
Whoa.
in search of better pastures. What? What? I'm sorry, is this already the biased retelling? Am I slandering your country?
You don't need
Apparently. You can't, like, put me in charge of a fucking country and then just, like, shit on it. That's rude.
Well, it sucks. It sucks now. You have to make it better.
Yeah, I mean, you guys aren't
governed.
even technically head of the country yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. You're a princess like Princess Leia is right now. Like,
Yeah.
Leia didn't do any actual princessing, let's face it.
It's a fixer.
You know what? That's actually very valid. That's legitimately valid. It's a good comparison. We'll allow that.
Oh god. Now, before heading off to Aalia, a few things have happened. First off, your airship has gotten some pretty incredible upgrades, and Rain has treated the inside of the airship with a magical portal that will teleport you into her pocket dreaming dimension, giving the inside of the ship much more interior than it would normally have. Aside from that, so you're trying to learn as much as you can about the curious leader of Aalia, and why on earth he would be in possession of one Lunesti Moonblade, the final potential piece to the puzzle that will open the door to the Great Ice Library. But our Mercurial Lord seems to be very fickle and particular as to who he invites to his parties and banquets, and they are constantly happening as he seems to enjoy the reveling in the mirth and festivities of others. Excuse me, my throat's a little rough today. But besides that, your companion, Bonsai, once formerly Saethius, has undergone a curious transformation, and one that Catherine Ravensblood, a former ally of the Arborian race, or the Arborian people. I shouldn't say she is a former ally, I should say the were-ravens once worked with the Arborians, and they utilized the ravens to transport knowledge back and forth, to easily traverse the skies in order to spread whispers and make sure that any secrets that were hidden were not damaging to others around them. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm... this happens when I don't GM 3 games a week and I start losing my voice super early. Water, one sec. The armor Saethius once wore belonged to an ancient protector of Arctis, and when Saethius's life was threatened, the ancient protector merged with Saethius's form, becoming Bonsai, a reborn Arborian, a long-forgotten people, who attempted to save their lands from the slow and failed. But now, as you get closer to Aalia, there may be old secrets that hide in the eternal light of the region. And you must find anything you can about the Arborians and their ties to the ravens, and whatever secrets the raven folk might be having or hiding about the Mercurial Lord. You need to find a way into the Lord's good graces, and into his parties. And this is potentially your first lead. And now, your magical airship sails over the region of Arctis, on the way to Aalia after leaving your friend Ikashaba in Borealis for now. Depending on what Ikashaba wants to do, there has been some curious disappearances of 6/6 kobolds from the city, and Lou could always use a hand around the shop. The fluctuations of magic and the appearance of the slow in the geothermic rift underneath Borealis pose as a potential constant threat. And Prismata is still there, so Ikashab is a good guardian for the city against any potential threat. Now we will begin in a brief sub-scene as we introduce Dreon to the party. Now, one moment, please. Actually taking a sip of water before I swap scenes here. Some of you may not see this scene, as you do not have an active token in it. Apologies.
Man, I'd be really sad if I couldn't see this scene. It may be the best scene I've ever seen.
All I see is Death Ward, and I think that's what you're about to need.
How dare!
Rain, you remember sitting down for a trance and opening your mind once again to the peace of the stars and allowing yourself to go over the magical incantations, and runes, and magic circles that you have learned for the day. And as your mind slips into its dreamlike trance, you notice that you start to get carried away, a familiar feeling of vertigo as you pass down the river of dreams. Swift as a current, or as sneaky as an ocean wave catching you from behind unawares. When you open your eyes, you are in another place. A place that you recognize as the dreaming. and a lazy river of stream water flows between you and a familiar figure. Alara stands on the other side of this Dreamwater River, where a bridge floats lazily between you two, separating, your plane of the mind from hers. Now, the Dreamwalker greets you with a familiar and respectful smile. Hello, Rain.
Oh, good morning, Alara.
I apologize for contacting you like this, but I hope this is not entirely intrusive. I wanted to catch you during a convenient time.
No, I'm just stuffing my face with some chicken and rice, but other than that...
Is everything dark? Are we dreaming? What's happening?
Flix tosses in his sleep.
He just does like the cute little like the dog chasing buddy thing, like kick his foot a little bit.
Alara coughs into her hand slightly, almost awkwardly. Rain, you can make me an insight check.
Rain can try. That's not really Rain's forte, though.
Alara is not actively trying to keep something from you, but she seems to broach this topic with some awkwardness to her normal grace. This is Dreon Stormbrace. Dreon, this is Rain. Rain, normally I would not introduce you in such a manner, but Eris has been quite insistent on ensuring that you return to Polaris in one piece. I know she holds up a hand, like, immediately, like, if you're about to say something, she holds up a hand. I know you are a competent woman, and merely the suggestion of having a bodyguard, I understand, can be somewhat insulting.
I'm reasonably sure she carries this whole party.
Flix farts in his dream.
No regrets!
But he insists to have someone capable and competent at your side in order to ensure that you come back. And this is not to say that your current friends are lacking, but having strong, capable, and intelligent, she looks over at Dreon, people at your side, is a rare pleasure.
Well, that is quite the glowing review. Are you strong, intelligent, and capable?
The whole time that this exchange has been going down, Rain probably easily notices that Dreon's kind of just been giving her the once over. And after a pause, he looks at Rain and looks back at Alara. Does she really need protecting?
There are many things out there that may wish harm upon Rain. Not now, but as they realize her place, her role in Polaris, they may wish to either bring her harm or to try and take her like they did, like they tried to take Eris and my husband. And I cannot allow that to happen again.
Dreon nods pretty curtly. Looks back to Rain.
Friends and allies at your back are important. And this goes beyond money, beyond monetary compensation. This can bring, and Rain will bring order back to Polaris.
Looked like it needed it last I saw it. He looks back to Rain. Yeah, oh, that's true. Whatever you need, I can probably do it.
Oh, okay. sure. What do you do though? Like normally, like what's your shtick?
He looks up at Alara. Can I cross the bridge, or do I just? Sorry, I don't do the dream very often.
Rain, would you allow Dreon to cross the bridge over the dream waters into your mind?
Oh, that's how we're doing that. Sure, I suppose.
Sorry, I really don't fully understand how this place works. There's been a lot of things Polaris related that are new to me, but if it's not that strange, yeah, it just feels weird talking to you at a distance.
Well, you are inside my head, so to speak, so distance is kind of whatever you perceive it to be.
Oh, okay, I'll just stand over here, he says, shrugging.
Rain, Dreon, go ahead. Rain has given you permission. You can cross the bridge.
All right. He gets to this first little platform here and kind of like gingerly puts his leg forward. And then once he realizes that nothing happens, he, resumes a kind of confident militant stride.
The panels that you're on are firm and not squishy like the rest of the ground that you're on here in the dreaming.
Well, that was slightly less weird than the Polaris stuff with House Umbrellas, so can't complain. He kind of laughs nervously. Like she said, Dreon Stormbrace holds up his spear. Need something speared? I can spear something.
Well, that's good to know. Do you do anything else, or you just stab things?
Well, I like to think I'm a pretty good judge of people, and I still maintain I'm not totally sure why I'm protecting you. Kind of get the vibe, probably a pretty strong magic user, he says, kind of tilting his head to the side.
I'm all right.
Nah. Well, yeah, I don't... He stops and looks around. Really, first time in a while I've been traveling with a crew, so... looking forward to helping you out, and hopefully we can get Polaris back in a state that makes any fucking sense.
Well, you are in luck. We are recently looking to fill the role of large, fuzzy, large and fuzzy.
He just stares at you as you say this. Aha! Large and fuzzy. Yeah.
You can't summon the sun or anything like that at will.
He looks at you for a second. No, but I have a deck of playing cards. I could summon that.
Okay, well, it's a good thing then we've murdered most of the vampires we needed to murder.
Wait. You all been murdering vampires?
Oh,
tons.
scores.
He looks around as he hears another voice. What the fuck?
Flix's raucous laughter echoes through the dreaming.
You'll meet him momentarily. It's Flix. He is pretty undisciplined when he sleeps, and he kind of just drifts through things.
Well, he can't be any worse than some of the folks I dealt with the last time I was grouped up.
Oh. I would love to hear you report on that after a week.
No, I promise. It's actually impossible. There was this fucking orc. Oh, Jesus. I don't even know who Jesus is, but Jesus.
Jesus. Just rolls off the tongue.
Okay, we don't like orcs? Is that...
No, most of them are fine, but this one, I don't... Just picked fights all the time. Anytime I tried to set a plan for any kind of engagement, he just blew his fucking trumpet and just ran in. Fucking idiot.
Oh. That doesn't sound very... team-spirited.
No, nor strategic. And he stops for a minute. That's actually like one thing I'd kind of like to broach here. I really, really would prefer if, when the time comes for fights to happen, if we could not approach them like idiots.
Right.
He looks very earnest as he says this.
We'll probably have to talk about your definition of idiots at some point, but we're kind of blunt instruments. We don't do stealth and subterfuge particularly well.
We don't need stealth and subterfuge, but just make a plan, maybe. Stick to that plan.
Alara chuckles under her breath.
Well, we certainly make lots of plans. No accounting for sticking with them, though, but...
If we're at least making plans, we're doing better than the last group.
How do you do with very small kobolds with small vials of poison?
What? I don't... Stab them, I guess.
Okay. Well, one tried to kill me or assassinate me or something at one point, so... I assume that's why you're here, because Eris is all worried about kobolds poisoning me or something in broad daylight.
He kind of straightens up and thinks about it. Yeah, I would say that nobody's ever... I would probably see him coming, he says, kind of veering away from the subject.
I also saw him coming, to be fair. He was kind of adorable. And very flustered.
Doesn't sound like he was really suited for the job.
Unlikely.
Alara clears her throat. Do you wish for Dreon to accompany you in your tower, Rain?
Oh, sure. Can you do that? Push him across?
She nods.
Well, then he is certainly welcome.
He looks at Rain. Honestly, until my last adventure in Maginox, this would have seemed strange, but literally a ghost tried to crawl up my ass, so this is much less strange.
A ghost crawled up your... Oh. Well, that's...
Yeah, he holds out a hand. The ghost was not successful.
You have paintings of it.
What the fuck? He looks around again.
I can't. I'm sorry. I don't know. But that's... Honestly, that's the... I didn't expect you to be able to share some experiences that I would actually find new or surprising, but there you have it.
I think the ghosts were trying to help, but just, once they started going in that direction, I decided it was probably time to leave.
Help by crawling up your rectum? Was there some kind of growth inside?
No, it was, he looks down at the ground. It was a traumatic evening for a few reasons, really, but I think
they were trying to help with this shitty situation.
All right. Can I meet whoever this is? I need to have a talk with them.
I suppose, Alara, are we good to disembark? I don't want to lose Dreon in limbo or anything for all eternity.
Take his hand and pull him across the threshold.
Oh,
you have everything you need under your feet. Rain, you are more than capable. It's like you do this in your sleep.
Oh, that's a good joke, Alara.
Dreon turns really quickly back to Alara. Tell her I got this and to remember what I asked for.
She nods. I will. You'll see to it.
And then Dreon steps up to Rain and holds out his paw.
All right. Make sure you click your heels 3 times.
What?
Just do it. It's important to the ritual.
Insight check.
Sus.
If I have a check near it, does that mean it's with advantage?
It just means you have
it's just proficiency. Or a double check is expertise. Ooh. Classic Dreon insight.
Dreon has not lost his touch.
Well, I mean, it's all that magic shit. She could be telling you anything.
Dreon sighs and then just taps his feet together 3 times.
Okay, 3 more times. She said 6.
I said 3.
Sorry, I misheard. Okay, click, click, click.
No place like home.
I assume Dreon looks up and sees a skeleton.
One moment, please.
Wouldn't it be funny if after all this time, Dreon's the one that kills him?
No!
We're under attack!
Really, I'm seriously tempted to do this, by the way.
Rain, you open your eyes from your seated position on the floor. A little bit of smoky incense wafting up from behind you. In the midst of your deep trance, and you wake up fully refreshed, by the way, you see the figure of Dreon pressing out from the mirror, coming through the surface like it's a springy, gelatinous, semi-solid, wavering goo. And as he steps through, Frank, who was looking in the mirror, takes a step back in surprise. Whoa! What? Oh, he says, I have hair. He starts patting his bald skeleton head.
Dreon steps out of the mirror, presumably, and pats himself off and looks up at the skeleton. Yeah, I'm your reflection. Nice to meet you.
Oh, wow, I'm so handsome suddenly.
You are. Congratulations. And then he starts walking over towards Rain.
Wow, this day keeps getting better and better.
Frank, this is Dreon. Dreon, this is Frank.
Oh, sorry, Frank. I'm not actually your reflection. I'm Dreon.
Oh,
He's
reflection is at 4:00 p.m. on Fridays.
Hey.
Is this where we have like little Fox
Shameless
banner advertising the
Go
show?
to commercial! No,
How
Oh.
dare.
Oh, Rain, are you bringing in new friends?
Apparently, Dreon has come here at Eris's request, as I understand.
Yeah, I'm here to keep her safe from threats. And he lifts up his spear and points it at Frank. You're not a threat, are you, Frank?
I think everybody here thinks I'm perfectly harmless. And in fact, I am a highly capable, evil necromancer. At least that's what
Formerly.
they... Formerly. But I
He
don't
looks
remember
at-
any of that stuff. So,
He got better.
yeah.
Dreon looks at Rain. Yeah, no, he's harmless. It's fine.
Yeah, forgetting your past absolves you of any responsibility of it.
Well,
He shrugs.
good to know.
Honestly,
If you commit atrocities, just forget them.
Dreon looks like he's considering it.
He looks back in the mirror.
deep thoughts with Frank the skeleton.
Frank is like, you won't have any problems if you don't remember your problems, Tap's head. Remember, the doctor can't diagnose you with anything if you don't go to the doctor.
This is
My-
clearly the future.
No doctor has ever told me that I'm dead.
This is the future of Arctis TikTok content.
I mean, I've never been to a doctor, but... Canned laughter. Seinfeld.jpg.
Well, Dreon, welcome to the Dreaming Tower. We're aboard the airship, the Audacity. You could be forgiven for not noticing that we're aboard an airship, though, because, as Alara explained, we are still in the Dreaming.
But it's a tower, right? Like it's, just walk around and nothing's gonna happen.
It's got some walls. It prevents you from hurtling into the astral.
You could hurtle in the astral if that's what you so desired, in theory.
I've heard of some skeletons do commit themselves to throwing themselves in the astral to see what they can find beyond. We can survive the infinite darkness and coldness of space, but the mind tends to go after a while.
I don't advise doing any of that, Dreon.
He looks back in the mirror.
Dreon gives like Frank a last look, just mildly perplexed, then continues down the stairs.
Frank waves by. Bye, Dreon. Nice to meet you.
So is that a pet? What's going on there?
Oh, no, Frank is a member of the crew.
Do you just adopt stray skeletons?
We adopt a lot of strays. Various types. Yes.
Well, I just want to point out, was assigned to this, was not adopted.
Of course. That was my study up there. This is my room here at the top of the tower. Everything is below.
So did you make the tower?
Yes, in a manner of speaking.
So powerful magic user, right?
I'm all right.
No, I have a pretty good knack for kind of figuring out I don't know, wizards, whatever word you want to use.
Wait, hold on, I gotta shut these doors. One moment, please. I have to put you guys in your rooms.
I put myself
room
in my
not
room.
streaming.
Oh,
Appropriate.
good. There you go, Flex. Okay, and hold on, Bonsai, I gotta put you in the room.
I don't actually. Oh, never mind.
Okay. Continue.
So while you're here with us, Dreon, I will say this
Oh,
could
wait,
be...
1 second. I think I have duplicate Flexes on the next floor.
Oh god.
No.
I don't see the
no.
problem with this.
That's
Well, we're not going to the next
terrible.
floor yet.
I would really like it if I was
No.
just consistently at different places at the same time, all the time.
You can continue.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. This could be your room for now, Dreon.
Hey, I gotta get my room of my own, huh? But
Rain, I just had the most idiotic dream. Oh,
I recognize your voice. How the fuck were you talking in there?
I have no idea. I thought I was dreaming about you. Oh, we both have cat ears. That's excellent.
Why are you so small?
Well, I'm a fairy. Why are you so tawny?
I don't know how to answer that one.
I'm not sure how to answer the other one. Who's this?
Dreon.
He peeks around Dreon to look at Rain. Oh,
He actually gets in the way of you peeking around him. It's Dreon Stormbrace.
Stormbrace. Oh, that's dashing.
Apparently, Dreon is here as my bodyguard.
No, Dreon immediately points at Flix as he's laughing. I knew it. I knew it's ridiculous for me to be your bodyguard.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, hey. He points at Flix and then he points at Bonsai coming out the door.
What
Strong
looks
is
like a dryad comes out of the room to the south.
How strong is she?
I am very confused. Why would she need a bodyguard? She's destroyed dragons almost single-handedly.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, no. I destroyed the dragon almost single-handedly. Rain killed everything else, though.
Dreon turns to
What dragon
Rain.
are you talking about?
Dreon turns to Rain. I think your husband? Question mark?
Fiance.
Maybe a little overprotective of you.
Yes, but welcome aboard. We recently lost a good friend, and, well, having another strong sword hand is more than welcome. What is it you do exactly?
I'm sorry for your loss. 1.
Oh, no, he's still
2.
alive. He just decided to open a tavern or something.
Wait, did he just leave you all?
Well, we sort of... Look, I kind of scraped this group together over time, and we've lost people and gained people, and really I'm the only one left, so technically this is my party, but let's not get into technicalities. We just recruited him in order to do the hunt, and things kind of expanded from there into saving the world, which isn't exactly what he signed up for, and he kept getting centipedes in his fur, which he hates. He just wasn't happy.
I mean, fucking centipedes in your fur, who would be happy?
Exactly, right? And
So he left you all because he didn't care for you all?
no. He loves us and we love him. It's just he wasn't happy, and there was plenty of work to be done protecting Borealis where he felt happier. Not to mention,
Okay.
we're going to a fairy party, and there are many, many things that he was good at, but I don't think that he would perform well there, shall we say.
No, I heard about that. Yeah, I'd probably have to get some better clothes.
Probably true. Actually, yes. And as far as Aris, yes, Aris is certainly overprotective, but he has lost a lot of people. So
When
close
you
to
say
him.
lost, do you mean they died or they opened up a tavern in some other place?
Well,
Mostly died
actually-
horribly, in fact.
actually died horribly until rather recently. Both his mother and father came back from the dead, so to speak.
Can we just have a quick group think on like what it means when we say we lost someone? Can we get like a policy on that? What that means?
Oh, I think
Okay.
what we can do is we can just let it be vague and mysterious.
No, there should be rules.
All I'm saying is that you have very large furry boots to fill if you're going to be the next Akashaba.
He can't summon the sun, unfortunately. We already
But I'm
covered
sure
that.
he can do all kinds of other amazing things. What can you
Yes.
do?
I stab things with a spear. I don't. It's kind of. I don't. Sometimes I make plans that nobody fucking listens to.
I fucking love plans! Did you
Oh,
hear that, Bonsai?
Dreon
You-
noticeably brightens up as you say this.
I like setting illusionary traps and scouting and knowing what we're fucking getting into first.
Cutting off supply lines.
If there are supply lines, mostly it was just an endless sea of corridors with horrifying traps at every turn and vampire after vampire. But hopefully in the future there can be supply lines to cut off.
Burning out their food stores.
If there's food, mostly it was just hapless victims being drained of blood. But if there's food stores to burn, we could do that too.
We rescue their food stores has been usually our play.
Right. Rather than burning them. Although, in point of fact, burning them would also have been effective. It just would have been hideously amoral.
Well, but I mean, are you trying to rescue them or fight them? I guess that's the point here.
Well, the food source, preferably neither. Just let them free.
Oh, speaking of losses, meet
vampires.
Bonsai. Bonsai used to be Sai, but then swallowed the seed of an evil tree, which was then cleansed by Bonsai's ancestry, I think? I'm a little confused about how it all went. But now
I'm not sure I agree with
Bonsai
any
is
of that,
Sai
but-
reborn as somebody much smarter and better. But we still love Sai and miss him. Flicks his eyes dart back and forth.
Rain, that's not quite how it went, but
No, it's fine. We're gonna let this go.
Dreon very, very visibly is looking you up and down, Bonsai.
make me
figure out.
a nature arcana check. What
Damn
the?
it.
What?
It's a
the
house plant.
fuck is that?
It's a 0!
I don't.
Damn.
What are you supposed to be? He just blurts out.
I am the last living defense of Arctis against the who knows what corruption coming from Tiamat and all the hells that might be coming. So you're
yeah. No, but
That
how do you
sounds
fight?
perfect.
Like,
How
oh,
do
a
you
paladin.
Well, so far I have scared away the undead, and other than that, fighting is still something I need to figure out.
Okay, so you broadly use what? Holy power, the light, something.
He's
I am
got a
one
whip.
with the nature of Arctis, and Arctis just channels through me. Oh yes, I know
Dreon
how to
looks
do it.
back to Rain, and then looks back at Bonsai. A whip.
Yeah, show him your kinky tentacle.
It was actually the
There's
very
a,
long.
there's a
barbed
little
tongue
bit of
a
hentai
demon.
going on here. You'll get used to it.
Bonsai's a little shy right now and just like kind of hides their left hand where the whip is embedded in.
It used to be a demon's tongue.
What?
Yeah, they
really
didn't tell
long
me that
demon's tongue.
originally.
It's yes, we didn't
They
mention
had
that
little
part.
cards talking about the different items, and they said choose one, and that seemed like the appropriate, I don't know, item for me to work with. But we're still figuring it out.
You
I
all
think
get
it's
some
lovely.
weird shit.
Well, so far you're talking about plans. So as long as your plan is not more R&R followed by additional R&R, I think we can get along really well.
What is R&R?
That's what I've been saying. Apparently, it's like walking from one place to the other in the snow, and then you talk about like proposals, and then you have drinks, and then you have more drinks, and then steak and eggs, and then more steak and eggs, and then more like magical steak and eggs.
Oh, and breakfast foods, an endless sea of breakfast foods. Oh, it was amazing.
And then
I
you
don't really-
find the actual corruption of like this magical lava slow that's coming up and destroying a city, and we tell everybody, and no one cares because we're R&Ring.
I mean, they
Oh,
cared.
Did
I
they?
mean,
I feel like you're misrepresenting events, Bonsai. Your resentment is noted, though.
Ekoshima did stay behind specifically to try and prevent further degradation in around Borealis, so people cared.
I don't. For what it's worth, Bonsai was it? I don't really like fucking sitting still either, so I'd rather be up to a job or something.
Excellent. So you're here as a protector or bodyguard. What is your role?
All right. So long story short, Eris Lunesti, the prince, Prince Eris Lunesti. He corrects.
Yeah, he's just a
himself.
vampire.
No, he's like Maginox royalty.
I thought they killed all of that.
He is Maginox royalty. He looks back at Rain.
Well, we didn't kill every royal in Maginox, right? We didn't get all of them.
Just the
Did
bad
we?
ones.
Right,
Just
just
the bad
the notoriously evil ones.
Wait, hold up. He like pauses and looks around the room. Alright, so when I was in Maginox the first time, shit basically followed a rhythm. There were guards. Things basically seemed fine. I came back, and shit was just broken. There were no guards, people were looting, and you all say you killed all the leaders of Maginox.
Well,
Right.
some of them. The ones who
Well-
are in league with Tiamat and demons.
So that was
It did
you.
leave something. It did leave
Dreon-
something of a power vacuum, though.
Dreon, for all intents and purposes, for an outside observer, it seemed like once the leaders of Maginox were destroyed, that's when the city fell into chaos. Everything seemed fine before. Maginox was a place of commerce, visitation, tourists, and gambling and carousing. There wasn't a problem before, but then the guards started disappearing.
So, let me get this straight. The whole reason that Maginox was fucked was because you all killed everybody who had any kind of authority.
Well, hang on. I was not there. I've not stepped foot in Maginox. It was those two and the previous Scythius. That they-
Well, your predecessor tried to get us killed multiple times, so you contributed. But
To be clear,
look,
to be abundantly clear, there was a demonic infestation already in both House Vicadus and House Hamaki. And actually House Styx, for that matter. And by the time we actually arrived to stop Victoria, she was on the verge of summoning the Queen of Demons herself through a portal. So it might have looked fine, but it was not going to be fine for very much longer.
besides which, order by itself is nothing. Order with justice is the only thing that's worthwhile.
No, order that keeps the brothels open is perfectly fine.
There are brothels elsewhere that have fewer demons in them.
But Dreon shrugs.
Bold to assume that you would be able to attend a brothel regardless, when demons are running around carousing and murdering everything in sight. So,
Okay, it's neither
Look,
here
look,
nor
look.
there. I have a job to do, and that job is to protect you. Even though I think it's pretty arguable that you actually need protecting, but still.
You can protect me if you wish.
Dreon, make me a survival check. You do recognize that Maginox used to be a relatively safe place to be, but you would occasionally hear rumors of people disappearing.
Yeah, look, water under the bridge. Just saying, in the first time I was in Maginox, which I assume preceded you all, things seemed pretty calm, at least on the surface.
Well, I mean, you said you had a group that you ran with. Surely you found all kinds of strange things. I mean, a ghost tried to go up your butthole, you said.
Well,
That's
Surely
true.
you encountered horrible people in your time there, operating under the radar.
it was like horrible. There was this bear, and then he remembers the Baron, and he looks down, deep sighs, pauses. There was a guy.
We killed the Baron Styx first.
No, it was a different one. He was collecting body parts, but that's like your standard, just guy doing reprehensible shit, trying to make money. Near as I could tell, that's not that bad.
Well, it depends on who had the body parts and how alive they were to begin with, doesn't it?
There was a dog too. Fucking awful.
Wait, he stole
Getting away
dog
from the
body
main
parts?
point
What a
here.
fucking monster.
It's not about what you can see on the surface. It's about what is underneath. That is the important thing. And there's a huge corruption to this entire land. Maginox, that other place Borealis that we were just at, this new place we're going to, all of it needs protecting. And maybe, Dreon, you're here to be the protector of this land.
Dreon looks over, stares for a minute. Who fucking asked you?
Pretty sure you did.
No, I'm talking to Rain. I report to Rain.
So rude!
Oh no. Okay, look. Can we just do a thing where you're just with us and there's no reporting nonsense? Because we had that issue before and it got onerous quickly.
No, look, I work with you all. We're all on the same team here. I'm just saying, push comes to shove. My job is to protect Rain.
Rain needs protection the least of all of us.
Well, yeah, but, the guy who's paying me, well, paying me is not the word. The guy who's going to do me a solid. Listen, I'll help. But my job, first and foremost, is to make sure Rain stays safe and gets back to Eris Lunesti.
Okay, great. Job done. Also, the man owes me so much more. I'll have words with him later. Anyway, bottom line, Rain's fine, so why don't you just keep us all safe? That'll make Rain happy.
He looks at Rain. Is this true? Is this what we're doing?
I mean, we're all going to be in equal amount of danger at all times. So
constant mortal danger. Leave a chaos in our wake. Destruction.
If you're with us, do the best to keep everybody alive.
He spreads his hands out. Sure. One thing. For this to work, we need to have plans, and we have to stick to them. We all good with that?
Well, some level of flexibility will be required. But yes, we should try to make plans whenever possible. I agree with that. Tactics are wonderful. This is strange. You're the first one that I haven't recruited personally.
Well, if you think about it, Flix, you did originally make contact with Eris, and Eris is the one who recruited Dreon, so ergo facto, I believe technically you recruited Dreon.
Oh. Well, I suppose in that light, that's true, but it doesn't have the personal touch, But I will say that I would have recruited you, so that counts for something, doesn't it?
I'm honored?
Are you saying you recruited me, Flix?
Oh, you're right. You're right! I bear no responsibility for Sai whatsoever!
Sorry, Sai was the guy before... Sai was the guy before this.
Right, this is Bonsai. And I like Bonsai quite a lot. Sai, I also liked, but Sai was troubled. And, the less said about that, the better, I think.
We can leave it at that. Sai was not a planner.
Yes, Sai was definitely not a planner.
Well, he looks at Bonsai. Are you a planner?
Yeah, but my plan is relatively simple. It's find the demonic corruption and destroy it. Or another way is protect Arctis.
It's more a good plan.
That's a pretty good plan, to be honest. Honestly, the simple plans, usually the best.
Oh no, I like convoluted plans involving illusions and traps. I rarely get to implement them, though.
Well, I mean, those don't sound that complex. It's a spell, right? You just, send in an illusion.
Well, I mean...
something stupid.
It's still not bust down the door and kill everyone, which is our usual modus operandi.
Sometimes that's a good plan.
That's not a plan, that's just violence.
Well, if you stop beforehand and you go, hey, this is what we're doing, then it's a plan.
A very, very simple plan. You just called the illusion thing simple. That's at least one extra step.
Well, they're both simplistic enough.
Alright, so why don't we challenge ourselves to come up with needlessly elaborate plans for fun?
Why would we possibly do that?
Why wouldn't we do that is the better question.
No, my question was first.
I know, but mine was better.
He looks at Rain. Is this just how this is going to work with him?
Rain just kind of has her lips purse a little bit. Mm-hmm.
He looks back at Flix.
Flix looks enormously self-satisfied.
We can... it's your all's thing. If you want to try an elaborate plan here and there, I don't know, I'm not going to stop you.
I'm also violently lazy, so probably not. Alright, so how long until we get there?
Well, I was going to just show Dreon where he can sleep and then go down and check in with Esther on the Audacity.
Oh, alright, well, we'll follow along. I still can't believe my dream came true so quickly. It's strange.
So as I was saying, Dreon, this can be your room. Meet your needs. If there's anything that you require, let me know. I can make some adjustments, within reason, of course.
Oh, this isn't bad. There's even, what is this, like a hot tub?
Yes. This was Akashaba's old room. Since you're, his replacement, you get his digs. And
Dreon,
he wanted that.
Make me an investigation check. Wow, you are really killing it tonight.
You cannot roll.
The room has a significant amount of white fur scattered everywhere.
That is not true. I don't even think Akashima slept in here once.
Fine.
Not to mention, we was
As canon, Akashima was not in this room more than like 30 seconds.
Yeah, this
Damn.
room is in mint condition. Not even barely mint condition. It's still in the plastic.
Dreon, you can peel the plastic off the hot tub if you want.
Yeah, I don't. Huh.
Just give it the peeling ASMR, the little.
He starts looking around the hot tub contraption. We actually have these in Feronia. Is that where you picked this up?
Oh, no, this was a request from Akashima, and I just made it with my mind.
Well, it's pretty damn close to what we have in Feronia. These are great. No, you have a hard day's work and you want to soak your muscles. These are great.
What's a Feronia?
What?
That's a
said
region
you're
of
from-
Arctis, Flix.
Feronia?
Don't you... Dude, you have a map in your room. I'm certain I left you one.
It's decorative.
One moment.
I wouldn't call it decorative or useful.
Also decorative. It's decorative if you don't pay attention to it.
There, Feronia.
Oh, the stream of knowledge is crashing into my brain. Feronia is a treacherous desert tundra located in the world of Arctis, known for its blue and cold sands. It is a region of extremes, where the blistering heat of the day is replaced by freezing temperatures at night.
Are you
The
listening to a
landscape is-
podcast,
No,
Flix?
he's fucking reading his own dream mind.
Yeah. It's
Flix's
a lot.
eyes roll into the back
Yeah.
of his head as he is possessed by the fucking fairy of knowledge. Let it spill forth.
That Feronia, right. Oh, it's like a brain freeze. Oh.
Keep reading.
Right.
Second paragraph.
Despite its harsh environment, Feronia is home to several unique and hardy species, including the catfolk, leonin, yuan ti, and dragonborn. These creatures have adapted to the unforgiving terrain and have learned to thrive in a land where survival is a constant struggle. One of the most notable features of Feronia is the Diamond Dunes, a massive expanse of blue sand dunes that pose a great danger to those who dare to venture into their midst. The dunes are known for their unpredictable movements and treacherous sandstorms that can disorient even the most experienced traveler. Despite the dangers, Feronia is a region of great beauty, with stunning sunsets and clear night skies that offer breathtaking views of the stars. It is a land of adventure and mystery, where brave adventurers can seek out hidden treasures and encounter fantastic creatures. Who very likely want to try to kill them, to be honest. These little travelogues are always vague on the points of, murder and danger.
There are other entries in the regions tab. If you want to look in the top right corner of your screen, there's a little book that has your journal stuff, and under the regions, I believe it's the blue one. You can click that folder, and it has a drop down for just a basic summary for each of the regions.
Fine, I'll look at the map.
So if you forget anything about the 6 major regions, you can always go back and be like, that one.
So do you carry a little vial of the sand around? I hear that's a thing that people do.
Come again?
The sand, the blue sand. You don't carry a little vial, or you don't carry a little vial of it around with you, like around your neck?
No, why would I do that?
Because it'd be like a little piece of home wherever you go.
Yeah, I've had enough of home. It's fine.
Oh, you don't like it?
It's fine, I guess.
Oh, he's gonna fit in marvelously around here. Flips and I also ran away from home, sort of.
That's true.
Arctis. There's that one.
Oh my
Is
god.
this where we're going?
I wish to
No, that's where
unsubscribe
Borealis
from,
is.
from Wiki Arctis.
No,
Oh, right.
absolutely not. And then, let's see. I have I think. Picture, do I have a picture for?
I really need to work on my David Attenborough impression so I can read all these in an Attenborough voice.
I don't know. I was about to ask you to keep
Arctis
reading.
is a mountainous region of Arctis.
That's pretty good. I don't think you need to
Yeah.
work.
That's awesome.
My voiceovers, please. Here is the one for, or actually, Flix, read this one since you're going to Aalia. I love this.
Oh, Aalia is a region in Arctis that is bathed in eternal light, giving it a unique atmosphere compared to other regions. The landscape of Aalia is dominated by dense forests, tall trees providing ample shade for the creatures that live under their boughs. This area is home to a community of changelings who have made it their life's mission to hunt demons across Arctis. These changelings are known as Beatrice's Chosen, and use their powers of shapeshifting to infiltrate any city unnoticed to root out demonic corruption. The mysterious city of Mirrors, the capital of Aalia, is home to the community of changelings who change their faces as often as they change their intricate and meaningful pieces of clothing. The city is a work of art, with structures built entirely out of shimmering glass and mirrors. The city's inhabitants use their mastery of light to create beautiful illusions, and the place is a sight to behold. Auralia's natural beauty is complemented by its vibrant and rich culture. The changelings are known for their artistry and have developed a unique style of clothing that incorporates intricate designs and colors, which they frequently change to match their current mood or the occasion. The city is also home to various markets that offer exotic goods from across Arctis, making it a hub for trade and commerce. The eternal light that suffuses Aalia makes it a beacon for travelers and adventurers seeking refuge from the harsh elements of Arctis. Despite this, the changelings tend to be cautious of strangers, and visitors should be respectful of their customs and beliefs. Aalia is a unique and fascinating region, full of mystery and wonder, waiting to be explored by those brave enough to venture into its boundaries.
Thank you, Planet Arctis.
You're welcome.
Thank
Do
you,
my best
Planet
here.
Arctis.
And I hope everybody studies up because you will be quizzed on the capitals and their abbreviations later this evening for all regions of Arctis.
But we didn't hear about their exports.
That's why you got to study, Bonsai. You got to.
Yeah,
gotta
these
do
are
the
just the
reading.
notes. You have to do the reading for yourself.
Honestly, if we're gonna have Nick's immaculate voice fucking reading this, like, we should be charging people. It should be like $7.99 a month. We're leaving MTX on the table.
Oh, we've already trained the AI. Don't worry. We'll get everything
Okay.
else.
Great. Wait, no, terrible.
It's too big.
You trained the AI. Perfection.
Trevor's soothing AI voice tricked me. That and not sleeping much lately, but
All right. Well, shall we carry on?
what's to do then? We're heading to this Aurelia place that Flix was talking about.
Well, that's where we're. Well, yes, that's where we're on our way to right now. Like I
Yeah.
said, we're on an airship, though you wouldn't notice it.
Oh,
Yeah, it feels
yeah,
like we're in a building.
Dreon, this is actually very important. So probably the actual reason you're hired to protect Rain. If Rain gets knocked out or killed or in any way gets displaced while we're in here, we are stuck here forever.
That's
So-
not at all how any of that works, Bonsai.
I don't know. That's
How
what
would
I was
that?
told.
But I don't understand. What would do this to her while we're here?
Have you looked out the window?
No,
Yeah, you probably should.
it's magic. I don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just to be clear, Alara brought him through the dreaming to here, so I don't think it's really going to be shocking to him to look out and see more dreaming.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
if,
my
if Rain
point is
says
anything
fine-
can come through, and anything could then target and attack Rain. And if she's killed in here, as I understand it, which is all that matters, we are all stuck here forever.
That's not. First of all, that's not how it works. And also, I still had to give him permission to cross through. Alara couldn't just push him through.
A lot of things can happen. You could get a ghost up your ass. You can't be worried about these things.
I'm a little, is that going to keep coming up?
Better than it coming in. He says as he goes down the stairs.
Oh, I like it.
Flix, please join everybody else on floor 3.
He's already here.
He is?
He's at the other stairwell.
Oh,
I
no.
really,
Okay.
I really, really, really want me to be everywhere. Can we just do that? Can that be a thing?
Sure.
I love
There-
that. I
there
love
he
that I'm
is.
already there, like I'm behind them, and then I'm already in the room, and I look up and say, "Oh, hello."
Flicks in the multiverse of meowness.
Oh, yes, please. None of the flicks I are aware of the other flickses, though, and cannot come into
They
contact
can't
with
see
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the public bath and pool. It's Ool's pool. So,
Ooh, say hello to the newcomer.
Sorry. Okay, that water is that has a face. I'm sorry. Just you bathe in this.
Well, we hang out. Ool's a friend.
he's
We
a
rescued
nice
Ool from essentially an evil manor where Ool wasn't getting visited.
So, but to be clear, you bathe in this thing.
No.
Well, we
He's
hang out with. It's different from bathing in.
Very warm. Come on in. Give me a
Well,
try.
You know what? I gotta think in actually my room. So you know what? I'm good. But nice to meet you all.
Oh, I mean, the exfoliation can't be matched.
I have a jet option.
Oh, I bet you do.
Speaking of ghosts going up your butt. Look, they're related somehow.
Nope.
It seemed like a good thing to say at the time.
It just keeps walking.
This
Flix,
is a common
bonsai.
area.
Are you gonna
You
join
want
those
food?
two? Yeah.
Oh, something I should explain to you, Dreon. If you do want anything like food or anything, you just kind of have to think about it really hard, and it should appear.
Beer. You don't even finish the sentence. A beer immediately appears in Dreon's hand.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly like that.
Oh, fuck
Rain,
yeah.
if
He starts
I
drinking.
if I apply my imagination to somebody else's food hard enough, can I change it?
Dreon immediately puts the drink down.
Your
I'm
drink
going
is
to-
now pee.
No, enjoy it. I wasn't talking about yours in particular. I was just curious in general.
I have a feeling you like to fuck with things, so I'm just gonna have my drinks by
We don't know each other well enough for me to fuck with you properly yet.
Flix, the answer is perhaps in the normal dreaming, yes. Here, I don't think you can affect somebody else's.
Well, that's disappointing.
Maybe if you tried really hard, though. I don't know. But I would recommend not.
I mean, obviously you would recommend not, but you have no head for mischief.
That's not a problem, you know. You don't have to have a head for mischief. Not everyone.
Oh, I strongly disagree.
If you do find yourself wanting something more substantial, that's not dream originated, there are plenty of stores downstairs.
Sorry, but just to check, I can get drunk off beer that I conjure through my mind.
That's a good question. I'm actually not sure.
I bet you
You
can,
could
but I
certainly try
imagine
it.
you get
He will
to
not
choose
actually
to
be
sober
drunk.
whenever you wish.
So he will not actually be drunk. He will be mentally incapacitated as if he were drunk, but he will not suffer the effects of alcohol. Poison.
He will perceive himself as drunk.
So basically,
he just starts losing his mental faculties without the side effects of, say, a hangover.
Or the long-term effects on your kidney.
He'll basically be like the
liver.
anime girl who's given like a non-alcoholic margarita, but pretends she's drunk because she thinks she's drunk.
It is not suggested to get so drunk that you hallucinate yourself into the dreaming, because more often than not, you just die of alcohol poisoning. There are much better ways to do that.
Like get into the dreaming first, and then apparently drink for free, and never have to worry about the long-term effects.
The joke's
Like,
on
really
you.
an
You're just
alcoholic's
drinking
friend.
dream juice. You're drinking somebody else's squeezed out brain thought.
Why do you have to make it weird? That's
It's
the whole
you're
point.
literally your brain juice. You are squeezing a cup of whatever fluid that you have created from your mind meats into Dreon's glass, and he's consuming it. You are consuming rain. You are consuming a literal memory of rain. Rain
Literally
remembers
not
the beer
how
into being.
That's
I don't
literally not
understand. How
it
is this
works.
hard to understand?
I feel like you asked for this magic tower in like a monkey's paw, just a one finger curl.
The monkey's paw curls.
We disregard the rules that get made up on the spot to make everybody uncomfortable. We just move forward. Anyway, so through here we'll return to the airship if everybody wants to dive in.
Well,
Oh, let me
shit, at
grab
this
a bottle
point-
of rain juice first.
What?
What?
You
I
heard
see,
me.
I see the first person I have to protect rain from will be you. And then he holds up his spear.
What? Are we going this way?
Wait, where are you guys going? Where's Flix going?
We're
I don't
going
know.
through. We're going through the portal back to the Audacity.
Oh,
he,
hello.
he was going to get rain
Hello,
juice.
Flix.
Wait,
Laryl's-
Laryl's in my tower?
Laryl's in the basement.
Why do you think
What?
Bonsai's worried about you being attacked by things?
Laryl's in the where the stores are. You can go talk to her if you want. If you hear
No.
Flix you literally hear Flix say before you step into that portal, "Oh hi, Laryl."
Rank goes, I did not give her permission to come into the fucking tower.
I imagine Flix did it in the same like, oh hi Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Rain, do you rescind your invitation to the tower for Laryl?
No, that would be rude right now, but she's supposed to be Eris and Alara's problem.
I did not roll one. I did not.
I did not.
did
Oh hi,
not.
Ma. Oh hi, Laryl.
What? We have
You're tearing
jillions
me
of gold
apart.
coins? When did this happen? Look at all these jillions of gold coins.
I don't. Are we supposed to be going somewhere? Do we need him?
You just
Not
hear Flix
particularly.
yelling.
We can go. He'll catch up. He's very
Alright,
good at
what do we-
catching up.
I honestly have no idea where you all went. I get lost in here. Oh, fuck.
Rain
Wow.
zorts you out of the dreaming.
Wait, why are we in like a noir movie now?
Why are we in a noir movie right now?
Wait, why
Wait,
are
this
you
is
in a
way too
noir
colorful
movie?
to be a noir movie. What?
Black and white.
Oh,
Oh, no.
I think all of your visions might be set to dark vision for some reason. Let me fix you. Appearance vision, yes. Oh, it's because this. Oh, hold on, let me fix it. It's because the scene is dark, and it shouldn't be. One moment.
Lick stole 379 Borean shards for light for a reason. So
What?
we never have to be in the dark.
That's correct.
That-
Was it
that
exactly
is correct.
379? It was a fucking shit ton of Borean shards.
I made that number up, but it was intended to sound very specific.
It was
because you
really not
collected a
that far
very
off.
large
It was a
number.
lot of Borean shards. I laboriously went around clicking them too.
We did give them. We turned them over to Esther to make sure the ship had lighting. Oh god, there! Somebody turned the Borean shards on.
Hello, I turned the Arctis on as you all cross over from the border of Polaris into Aalia. Phew!
Christina actually paid the power bill.
Flashbang.
Oh no! Lady walked past with like delicious microwave popcorn. I might need that immediately.
Dreon, the sudden unnerving feeling of being teleported elsewhere, unlike the nice, calm feeling of being ushered across the dream, sends you to the bow of an airship in the cool, crisp air of Arctis. It starts to batter you in the face, and you can see the clouds cruising overhead and the frozen ground cruising by below.
Dreon grunts like he's trying to get his bearings.
A small owl folk is polishing an urn that is emanating a pink smoke. She looks up as everybody arrives on the deck of the airship. Oh,
Esther! Esther, we got a
hello.
new one. Meet Dreon. Dreon Stormbrace.
Oh,
Sounds badass, doesn't it? Stormbrace. Anyway, Dreon, this is Esther. She's one of the finest artificers in the entire world, really.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you, Dreon.
now the small owl
Dreon.
folk looks up
Dreon
at you.
Stormbrace. You don't waste your surname. It's fucking incredible.
I don't. It's just Dreon. He looks back
Just-
at Esther.
Use it.
I'm
use
Esther
it.
Tinkerwing. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. What are you part of the adventuring crew here?
You could say that. I am the creator of this fine airship you are currently riding on.
Oh, well, I'll be honest, it's pretty fucking impressive. Nice job.
Oh, language. Thank you. Rain has decorated the inside, but we recently remodeled, so I'm just taking some readings to make sure everything's on the up and up.
No, it's
Right.
it.
Want to make sure the dreaming doesn't collapse in on itself after all.
Yeah, or unhook itself from the, magical circle that binds it to the ship, but
Now, I'm sure Rain wouldn't let that happen.
nope. So, Dreon, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Not much to say. I used to be a mercenary in Veronia.
Oh, that sounds like a pretty hard life. Rain, will he be joining us at the security crew?
No, he's actually a member of the party, I think. I know you asked Rain, but I like answering questions that are addressed to other people.
That is true. You do that a lot.
I really enjoy it, actually. I take a particular pleasure in it.
Oh, well, that sounds great, Dreon. I hope you have a great time with Rain and Bonsai and Flix. And if you need anything aboard the airship, just let me know. Are you going to be taking Akashaba's room?
Yeah, no, that's the name of the last guy, right? Yeah, I got his room.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So at least I know where to find you. It's nice to meet you, Dreon, and welcome aboard.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Did we establish when we would be arriving at our destination, Esther?
We're getting pretty close now. A couple of things about flying over Aalia is that we got a lot of forests that we're dealing with, so we might have to do a couple once-overs to find a decent place to land.
Oh, why don't we bust out the cannons and just clear a clearing for ourselves?
Treon just stares at Flix. Do you just want to tell them we're coming?
Do you just want to destroy nature for no purpose?
For no purpose, because we need a landing zone.
We don't, though. We can just kind of, hover and hop
Fly
off.
down or what have you. Yes, I know. I just want to use the cannons on something.
Well, aren't they like ballista, not really cannon anyway?
No, they're eldritch cannons. They fire blasts and everything. Fucking cool.
You're starting to remind me of a guy from my last group.
I mean, it is awesome. Do you not think that eldritch cannons that fire blasts of coruscating energy are not awesome?
Well, in their proper place, like you're not just fucking firing them off because you think, oh, I need a place to land.
Actually, we don't need the place to land. You raise a valid point.
Yeah, what? You guys are here. Go look over the side and see if you see anything.
They're just new, and I'm excited by new things. I'm excited by you because you're new.
I see
Oh,
white.
well, that's...
What do you... Well, tell me what you see. Oh, 1 second.
I can't see very far. Someone else. Rain, maybe you should do that.
I'm seeing forest? What am I supposed to be seeing here?
I mean, it looks blue to me. Oh, well, that's pretty. Oh, we could probably just set down over the water, really.
Down below, you see a large lake, and a lot of trees dot the shoreline. The woods are very thick, and they reach up higher into the sky than you would expect. There are a couple slightly bare places that you can notice, but as you get closer to the south, the trees become incredibly dense and tangled with vines and other foliage.
Looks like our best bet is that little lagoonish sort of bit in the northwest. There's like a beach or something.
Well, does any of this look familiar, Bonsai? We are trying to find, I guess, a place that your people used to be from.
Yeah, you're right, but I mentioned before, but I didn't go into much detail. I can't see very far very well. It all just kind of blurs together. Can you describe what you're seeing?
A green forest surrounding a blue lagoon lake.
Can you see that in chat? Bonsai?
Oh, me as a player can. Bonsai can't see more than like 10 feet.
Is it still dark for you?
No. Just the character can't see that far.
Oh, okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure your vision wasn't broken.
Nope, no, we're good.
Okay.
I'm looking for the image that we drew. Okay, got it. Okay, I hear lake. I hear trees. Is there anything like a path or something that looks like more of a straight line or something along those lines with a little loop to it?
There does look like there are pathways. They're not really a straight line, but
I think we need to find a pathway then that it goes around and then makes a loop and then has a path going out 45 degrees the other direction. Is there something along those lines?
I might not be able to find anything like that, but... Well, she looks down. Aside from that little clearing over there to the north, I'm not sure I could put you anywhere else.
Oh, a clearing. That sounds like it might be it. Let's start there.
Dreon looks around at the assembled. What can we expect down there?
well, we are looking for a
Were-ravens, right?
group of were-ravens who apparently once upon a time were allies of Bonsai's people. And we're
Yeah,
intentionally
the
seeking that-
Arborians.
Yes, the Arborians. That's Bonsai's people, not the name of the ravens, presumably.
Flicks
But
holds
obviously.
up one of his hands and spins a ring on his finger. And I've got the Raven's Blood signet here, so if they have any connection with those were-ravens, hopefully that will mean a little bit of something.
Well, sure, but beyond that, I'm not really kind of used to a place like this. Like, are we expecting, like, I don't know, giant demons?
A conversation, hopefully. Yeah, a nice
Not
chat.
really sure, actually. No,
Oh,
I
it'd
don't
be
think any
lovely
of
if
us
they
have
had
been
some
here
sort
before.
of regional fermented beverage.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, we are specifically looking for some kind of contact to some secrets of old of the Boreans that may have some connection to the Mercurial Lord, one of the Seelie Fae of these parts.
Oh, wait, something's coming to me. The threads of lore. Oh, apparently, there's a community of people who live deep in a forest who ferment a beverage out of their own spit. So, there you have it. Maybe
Is
they do
something
that.
You're gonna try to get in on their flicks?
Probably. I'm pretty open-minded.
Flix, that might actually be something of the Arborians, because it seems like we all grow berries that are kind of like good berries. And
Don't
maybe there's some
talk
way
to me about your
ferment them.
berries, but you're right. The sap, they may actually, perhaps their spit has something of their sap in it, which could then be fermented if it's sugary. Oh, I bet kissing Arborians is fun. Bet you taste like maple syrup, like breakfast all the time.
I bet you
Maybe
taste
if
like
we're a little bit
breakfast.
more successful, you might be able to find out.
Are you hitting on me?
Dreon is just
Oh,
staring at this exchange, like one fucking brow raised, like Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh, honestly, it's like this all the time, man.
Yeah, what you said your name? Yeah, you're Flix, right? You're not like secretly Tugum.
I'm definitely Flix. I have no idea who Tugum is.
Okay.
You remind me a little of Oh, if I'm your Tugum, you're like my Ajax. You speak a lot more than Ajax does, but you've got the right vibe for it.
Sorry, what is a vibe?
It's an energy that you put out into the world. Also,
I see.
apparently something that he puts a finger to his temples that can get you followers on social?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know, honestly. It's very confusing. Anyway, my point is that, yes, you're something like Ajax. You're very serious and straight-laced and gruff. And I'm apparently fun, like your friend Tugum.
That's not the word I'd use.
I know that's not the word that you'd use because you're serious and straight-laced and gruff.
How do you not get killed in combat situations? Do you ever shut up?
Oh, no, that's exactly how I avoid getting killed in combat situations, by not shutting up.
Well, that runs counter to most military theory, but it seems to be working for you, so I'm excited to see this technique of yours, I suppose.
I like to
assure
think
you.
that I warp reality in my immediate locality.
Flix is very good at being shot at and frequently being hit with things and bleeding all over the place.
Oh, that's not true and you know it.
That's actually quite true. Do
I
you
mean-
remember our last little adventure with the thermonuclear elementals?
Okay, that was fire for one thing. And they were exceptionally accurate, and I was exceptionally unlucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Normally-
nothing you could have done different, huh?
Well, actually, in point of fact, no, not really. I normally prefer to attack from ambush.
All right, well, but how does that work if you're talking all the time?
Oh, it's amazing. They still can't find me. I think it's something to do with my Fey ancestry, honestly. We sort of have made a cottage industry of taunting people from hidden locations.
Well, this is just one of those things I'm going to have to see to believe, I guess.
Oh, now that you've said that, it of course won't work, and I'll be horribly maimed in our first combat encounter. Thanks for jinxing it.
Oh, don't, in all seriousness, don't do that on my account.
Get horribly maimed? Oh, I don't plan to. I'm just saying that's how it's going to pan out. Horrible maiming incoming. My tiny body wrecked.
Sure, I'm
All
just gonna-
right, Esther, shall we sit down then?
Yes, let's do it.
Right. For the clearing.
Right, well, are we going to land in the clearing or are we going to land on the beach? Beaches are fun.
There's
Let's do the clearing.
definitely not enough exposed beach for me to land anywhere. Those trees are
Can we land in the
super
water?
dense. What? We are an airship.
We're a ship, though. Ship is part of that.
We're not built for the water.
Oh,
It's like
well,
asking
we should...
if a boat is built for the air.
Some boats are.
This one is not.
Oh, well, we should see about fixing that. Oh, we should make it so that we can go underwater.
Flix, I think you grossly overestimate the aerial capabilities of this airship. There are still laws of physics that need to be followed.
I may overestimate this airship, but I certainly don't underestimate your abilities.
She smiles. Can't make something from nothing. Go bring me back something useful.
All right, well, I mean, I brought lots of useful things back. I'm good at that.
She nods and pats the airship. I'm sure they're useful for somebody.
Well, honestly, I brought back all sorts of things to upgrade the old airship, and we just got a new airship instead.
Esther just shrugs at Flix like, what do you want, Flix?
I want a submarine, and
So go get me submarine parts.
all right, I will.
Flix is clearly lashing out because he misses Akashima.
Yeah, obviously.
New Akashima is no fun.
New Akashima won't just josh with me.
He just stares at me when I say silly things.
Oh, he'll come around.
So we will be touching down on some ground so you all can dismount the airship, unless we're gonna do a flyover and you guys are gonna hurtle yourself into the trees.
Wait, I'm confused.
No. Let's not do that.
Oh, I think we could, though. Do we know... Do you have Featherfall memorized right now, Ren?
No.
Oh, neither do I. Well, I can fly. Let's do it.
Let's just touch down, Esther, and then maybe you can take the airship back up and we'll call you when we need you.
Right. All right. Here we go. She moves back to the front of the ship and puts her hands on one of these strange, archaic devices up front, which begins to glow with magical runes.
Sorry, Christina, did we get a long rest? I
You
assume
did.
since we left Borealis.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
can tweak my spell list.
Everybody take a long rest right now. Before we do any landing.
I don't need one.
I long rested
Really?
you before the
Yeah,
session,
yeah, yeah.
actually.
I'm just more appreciating that I'm not a fucking caster anymore.
Damn.
I'm liberated.
Interesting point of fact, the spell cap on how many spells you can have prepared no longer exists in the character sheet. So I have to actually cross-check it with D&D Beyond to know how many spells I can have prepared.
What? I'm sorry, I don't understand.
When I'm in my spell book, it just says prepared spells out of 0. So like the maximum number is not there anymore.
I see all your prepared spells and like 1 out of 1 for 7th level, so 1 out of 1 for 6.
No. At the very bottom where it says total prepared spells, it's like 17 out of 0. So like the total number, keeping track of the total number that I don't actually know offhand.
Yeah, we've gone to a new region.
There.
You can't actually.
Oh, there we go.
anymore.
I fixed
Well,
it. I just put
now it says-
the 17 there, right?
well, that's not correct because I just undid some. It's fine for now, but
I just put the number, you have 17 out of 17 there. It fixed it, right?
no, because that's not the right number.
Well,
Because
and then put in your own number
Where can I put that number in?
in the place where the number would be.
Oh, it does change. Okay, it doesn't look like it's an editable field. Just
Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but you can click it and adjust it.
let me see what it's actually supposed to be, though. 'Cause I don't actually know.
The
It's supposed to
wizard
be
prepares the spell
21.
book.
Holy shit.
All right. There you go.
Yep. Okay, there we go. Cool.
All right. While Rain does some preparation, let's take a quick 5-minute bio break, because DM needs to do a bio. So I will see you guys at very shortly before 8. Sound good? All
BRB.
right. RB.
Back.
Welcome back! Alright. Bonsai, Rain, Flix, and Dreon. You begin to descend into the woods of Aalia, where the eternal sunlight has caused the local foliage to grow essentially eternally large. The trees reach up to skyscraper-like heights, and their intertwining branches provide some shade for any that decide to live below their boughs. Now, as you fly, I'm sorry, Felix?
I was going to say, with Longstrider, would I be able to beat the airship on its descent?
No, the airship is faster than you are.
Okay.
Because also Rain, I believe, upgraded it, so this airship is a little bit speedier than other airships would be.
Okay. I can travel 120 feet around, which is pretty quick.
I mean, you can absolutely hurtle yourself over the side of the airship and descend into the bows, but you are going to be descending into the bows for a very long time.
Oh, okay, well, I'll wait then. I was going to scout ahead. I was going to invisibility myself and make sure we weren't going into some kind of weird trap. Proceed. I'll wait on deck with the rest of the plebeians.
We
You
can tie a little leash to you, Flix, and you can like bounce around up there like a balloon.
That would be fun.
The airship begins to descend down into the only place where Esther can even possibly think of landing the ship. And even then, it's going to be a little bit tight. And she has to make sure that she's not hitting any branches as she descends. It's not like she's trying to make a clearing that's, amidst some 30, 40-foot tall trees. This airship is descending through massive branches and boughs. And the ship kind of creaks to the left and creaks to the right as you go down. And soon enough, the sun begins to become obscured, even from your point on the airship. Esther continues the downward descent, completely focused on getting you down there safely. After a long, and nausea-inducing period, the airship touches down on the clearing. Esther wishes you all good luck and leaves just as quickly as she landed. 1 moment, please.
Dream teleporting? Airships? Ugh. You all travel a lot better than I used to.
Well, we are rather famous adventurers.
I hadn't heard of you.
Well, we are the victors of the hunt in Borealis.
Yeah, you probably have heard of us if you think about it.
I don't really am not familiar with the hunt, if I'm being honest.
I'm
But
not a
I've
sports fan, are you? Hmm.
I've heard of what you all did in Maginox.
Well,
So you
there
have
go.
heard of us then?
So you have heard of me.
I need everybody to make me a perception check as you touch down.
Yeah, Flix is gonna dart into the branches if possible.
Oh my god! If I roll
sneaky.
anything above a 10 tonight,
Like, your stats or your skills are really fucking good, too.
Alright, Flix, you fly up to try and get a better view. It becomes actually harder to see as you fly up into the branches, as more and more they begin to obscure down below, but it gives you a slightly better bird's eye view than your earthbound companions. Flix, you see heavily wooded forest, a large rock covered with moss in front of you, and light-infused insects and bugs flit through the trees and branches. But what your friends may not see, that your unique ability to fly gives you the bird's eye view of the ground in front of you. There seems to be a pattern or impression upon the earth. In the large clearing near where Esther touched down and then took off. I think there are walls there, Flix.
Yeah, it's weird. What are these walls? Why is this a wall?
All trees are walls for obvious reasons, because the trees are very dense.
what she's saying is that the trees are dummy thick.
Oh, did we cast telepathic bond?
Nope.
We can do that. Sorry, it's been like weeks. Yeah, Rain will take the 10 minutes to put up telepathic bond.
Okay.
As a ritual. Here, let me fish it out of my spell book.
Dreon, while you sit in the grove, roll me a 1d20. If you roll a 1, something's going to happen.
Oh god.
This is amazing. Aw.
10 minutes pass, and you all gain connection to each other's minds through Rain's telepathic bond.
Before Rain finished the ritual, Dreon, this is a means we use to stay in communication with each other. We can communicate telepathically. Do you consent?
Yeah, no, that's just really convenient.
Great.
He says telepathically.
Well, she waits to finish the ritual to get consent, but yes, okay, fair enough.
All right, sure.
No, we're actually just... Do you consent while I'm already in your mind grapes?
I mean, given how the party has behaved thus far, it wouldn't surprise him.
How dare you?
I mean how Flix has behaved thus far.
Flix is great. Flix is great.
Everybody loves Flix.
Everybody loves Flix. Other people do love Flix.
Rain would probably notice that like Dreon is sticking like almost uncomfortably close to her.
You realize that you are walking directly into that pattern that I mentioned earlier. All kinds of sigils on the ground.
I
Yes,
don't
I'm
recall
trying to
you
get
having
sense
mentioned the
for it.
sigil, but
Doesn't it's difficult to decipher what they might mean. Flex is going to
everyone-
summon an illusion of them in front of Bonsai. Bonsai, can you make sense of these? So, like a little version in front of Bonsai that's an exact duplicate of the runes on the ground.
Oh, okay. Bonsai, you can make me an Arcana check. Oh, very good with all those 0 int modifiers. These runes stir a memory in your mind. You picture in your head a massive and ancient treant, a guardian of the land. He stands proud amidst a grove of other trees, smaller and younger, but grand trees nonetheless. And together, all the trees, the treants in this grove, and the dryads that accompany them, and the ravens that sit on their shoulders and in their boughs, are all coming together to sing a song. It's a song of unity and togetherness, and it unites the 3 principles, 3 things that the treants have dedicated their existence to protecting. And these things coincide with the kind of 6 material things of Arctis that make up all of Arctis. And these three things are mind and spirit and the physical.
This is a hallowed space. I don't know if I can understand the runes, but they clearly are indicating the purpose of some of the treants that existed here.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Are you sure you should be tromping all over them? It seems vaguely sacrilegious.
The growth that we see here is more recent. It's not the same as what left these sigils.
The sigil under you, ultimately, as you come out of this vision, signify this great and ancient treant. It is a image of him, and up his trunk, the knots that are in his body. One being like mind and memory, one being the physical presence here on Arctis, and the one being the spiritual connection. These are all things that make up everything on Arctis. There are 3 other elements, usually the elemental. Sorry, where am I? I was like, where are my notes? But the treants dedicated themselves to the more physical realm of Arctis, and not the ephemeral realm. They were ensuring that the balance of life and death continued as normal, and that all things that experience life on Arctis will eventually die, and that is the natural order of things. That is what you get with your Arcana check. And you are an Arborian, so you get a little extra information.
I believe this is basically just the children's handbook. If you think of Arborians as children, just the basics of what we need to protect the world and find our meaning here.
And would you say that we're on the right track to finding these ravens who allegedly still tend to these woods?
No, there's nothing here that points to a next step. It's just affirming we're in a hallowed space.
Jog any memories for you, though? Perhaps of the seedling that you were before you were you?
No, I don't believe so. Christina, does Bonsai recognize any of the sigil that was drawn in a previous session that I dropped in our chat? Is anything about this rune kind of aligning to that?
The knots that are in the great treant's trunk remind you of the swirls that you saw in that sigil. But the other part, the one that kind of flaked off from that main body, you don't see that pattern within the sigils below.
It seems like something is missing. Like this is not the whole message. Flix, you can fly up high, right?
I can.
Would you mind searching the area and seeing if you can see any other things that look like these runes? Or any other clearings, or maybe even
Certainly.
overgrown areas? Maybe if you see trees that aren't as old as the rest of the forest, that might indicate that it's a second generation forest.
Well, you have to understand that I'm something of a city phase, so it may not be easy for me to identify old tree versus young tree if they're about the same height. Do you see what I mean?
I don't. So just think of the trees as people and this forest as a city, and otherwise apply your wisdom.
You make me almost as mad at you as I got at Sai sometimes, Bonsai. But I will do my best. Yeah, Flix will zoom up. I cast invisibility on myself, so unless they have specials, it should go unobserved. Yeah, and I'm going to zip around trying to find that.
Right. Flix first, make me a stealth check, and then make me an investigation check.
All right. Advantage because of the invisibility. And then...
While this is happening, Dreon pulls out his playing cards and just begins kind of shuffling them mindlessly.
Oh, wow. All right, Flix. Invisible. You begin to flit through the trees, searching for strange markings. You look high and low, on branches, on the ground, but you don't see anything over there.
No, I'm afraid not, Bonsai. As far as these runes go, it's this and nothing else.
Well, that is still really good information on its own, so thank you, Flix. Let me see if Arctis can help. Bonsai closes their eyes and just kind of touches the grass at the base of the rune and casts Divine Sense to see if that helps at all.
Oh. Very good.
So specifically knowing the rune is about the physical, Bonsai is trying to sense if there's anything metaphysical also present in this area.
All right.
Bonsai's doing that. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Bonsai, you close your eyes and you begin to open yourself up to the elements and the spiritual resonance of the area. Rain, what are you doing? Rain? Rain, are you muted?
Oh my god, I just muted to talk to you. I thought I had it muted. I'm walking to this obelisk. I assume this was a big obelisk, and take a look at it.
Yes, this is a large stone wedge or obelisk buried within the squishy earth. It is covered in moss, the only barest hints of runes sticking out from almost being entirely obscured by overgrowth.
There's some neat glow bugs up here. I was investigating them.
Oh. Did you investigate the runes yet?
No, the bugs are more interesting in the short term.
Bonsai, there is an overwhelming sense of dread as you open yourself up to divine sense. The presence of undead surrounding you and your group overwhelms you. But when you open your eyes, there's nothing there. And it is not close enough to you that you can touch. It's lurking in the trees, or maybe it is the tree.
Dreon, be alert. I'm sensing something coming from the forest, from the trees, I'm not sure. But it is not alive, it is not life, it is not good.
What
Dreon
sort of
nods and-
somethings exactly? Sorry, Dreon, go ahead.
Oh, Dreon nods and kind of punches over as he begins looking around.
There you go.
Yeah, Dreon is very, very suddenly difficult to perceive as he begins stalking around.
Dreon, I'm gonna stop you right there. As you walk close to the tree to your right, you notice that the knots on the tree that are almost completely covered by the overgrowth and bushes here are moving slightly. And one knot opens up like an eye and swivels to perceive you.
Ooh, what's the eyeball look like, or is it just more wood?
The eyeball looks something like this. An old desiccated tree, holding in its hands boughs of fresh leaves as camouflage, and mushrooms crawling up its rotting trunk.
Dreon stops as soon as he sees this and says telepathically, "We have some kind of weird, maybe demonic tree thing over here."
Oh, of course we do.
Demonic.
Well, Bonsai said they're all around us.
I'm going to show this one because you see it. Because you are using telepathic bond, it does not know that you see it. Dreon, your stealth check is so high. It knows you're there. You know it's there. Oh, I'm sorry, but it does not know that you know it's there. Apparently it's waiting in ambush.
So, okay, like, Battle Master question here. So, like, Dreon has the ability to spend, like, a minute studying and, like, kind of know, like, every stat it has. Could Dreon spend, like, a smaller amount of time and, like, understand kind of what the opponent is trying to do?
Yes.
So yes. Like, in this case, yeah. Okay. He telepathically communicates. This thing's setting an ambush. If you're gonna come over, be ready to fight it.
Well,
what is
said
it
they're all
exactly?
around us.
I'm only seeing one.
Rain looks around. Are there more? Now that we know what we're looking for?
These things blend in so well with the trees, you are going to have to succeed on a perception check of a hidden difficulty in order to see how many there are around you.
Sure.
But now that you know they're there, now you can try.
Nope.
Rain does not see any. Flick sees two. I will show them.
Can I do a circuit around the other side of the boulder to see if there are any more over there? Or the pillar?
You can. However, actually, hold on. One moment. Flix, I need you to make me a deception check. If you are wandering around
Remember, I'm invisible.
curiously. Actually, Rain, I'll have you make me the deception check.
Sure. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Some birds
I can do
begin
performance. I'm good at performance.
No, there's another one to the north, and there's one to the southeast of you, Rain. I don't see any others yet. Can you spot them?
Once Flix points them out, can Rain see them?
Yeah. They once they're visible to everybody.
Okay.
We'll show them. Let's see. Bonsai did not make a roll.
What am I trying to check?
To see if you see any other treants hiding in the trees.
I mean, if they're within 10 feet, Bonsai is blind sight, but otherwise, unlikely Bonsai would see that.
Do you not have anything except for your 10-foot blind sight?
RP wise, it not great. Be like fuzzy,
Okay.
like short, nearsightedness.
Gotcha.
I mean, he can see. I mean, unless he wants to be myopic, he has 10
that
foot
one.
blind sight, and then normally he can see 60 feet, but not in dark.
I mean, you did do your divine sense, so if they're within 60 feet, you know exactly where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I assume I sense the close one,
You do.
but not.
I'm
the
trying to
other.
see how. Not. Is that 60? You would sense that one as well. That's all you sense.
Cool. Yeah, so Bonsai is still just kind of like trying to be one with the earth and get Arctis to get some communication, so not looking with eyes or anything like that.
Bonsai, what do you want to roll? What kind of information are you looking for?
Bonsai doesn't know, so I think pass.
Arctis does not answer you.
Well, what do we want to do then, gentlemen? Should we get the drop on would-be ambushers?
This one in front of me doesn't seem to notice I'm here. I can open up on him.
Do we know they're enemies?
You seem to indicate that they had ill intent, Bonsai.
No, they are definitely waiting to attack us. It's very clear.
Keep in mind we landed in their clearing. This is where they exist and live.
Okay, Rain, am I going in on this?
Put on my hat of comprehend languages. We could try speaking with them.
Well, Bonsai's an Arborian. Bonsai, why don't you try talking with them?
And we'll be prepared to fight in the event that they turn out to be hostile. Also, can I just say, Akasha decides to stay at home, and our first enemy is a bunch of flammable fucking trees. Honestly.
Oh,
Well, we don't know that they're flammable, Flicks, in Akashaba's defense.
You
They
know
look
have,
flammable.
You know they have evasion.
They definitely have fire resistance.
Secretly immune to fire, yes, no doubt.
They've been recently watered.
They're trees, but they have a plus 25 dexterity saving throw for some reason.
At hearing that the decision has been made not to engage them, Dreon actually is going to stealthily saunter off over to here.
You move back to the center of the strange ruins on the ground.
All right, Bonsai stands up and speaking in Sylvan, kind of speaking everywhere all at once. Just kind of calls out, denizens of the forests, we come in peace. We come bringing energy that used to exist here. I speak on behalf of Arctis, and I speak for their interests wherever possible. I don't know what harmed you or what will harm you, but I will do my best to protect you and keep you safe as long as you're here on Arctis's behalf. And then waits.
You hear the sound of the wind whistling through the trees and the branches starting to shake. And then you hear the similar sound of the song that you heard of all the treants kind of singing together with the dryads and the were-ravens that accompanied them. But the sound that they're singing now is more dissonant. It's in a key. It's a chord that doesn't jive well, and it sounds eerie and wrong in your head. But you know it's the same sound just due to the cadence of it, and it just sounds wrong, hollow, corrupted. And you hear a soft whispering back in Sylvan. It sounds just like the shaking of the branches going through the trees. And Flix, if you are comprehending the languages, you would also understand this, as would anyone who understands Sylvan.
Oh, I understand Sylvan anyway, I think.
So apparently Dreon is like, huh?
They're just fucking trees.
Leave, leave. Each of the trees seems to say something different in turn. Leave this place. Home. Abandoner. Coward.
From a disembodied place, Flix says, "Oh, no, couldn't possibly have abandoned you. Just reborn. This is an opportunity to bring back the Arboreans."
Lost. You are too late.
Flix rolls a 33 on his persuasion.
Holy fuck. The tree's eyes swivel to Flix.
Or at least where Flix's voice is coming from.
We will leave with one chance to leave this place. Your footsteps sully the ground.
Okay. We're looking for some were-ravens that used to live here, he says in Sylvan. We find them and we'll leave you in peace. We didn't mean to disturb you.
There's a sound of creaking in the boughs, and you recognize it as Sylvans laughing. The treants all around you are giving a hollow and mocking laugh. You are too late. On the ravens are. Their message no longer sings through the trees. Late.
Okay, well, what about ancient pacts with the Fae? Something that we can invoke. Something forgotten. You ancients would know better than anyone. Especially if they betrayed you.
Do not deserve this knowledge. Strangers wander as despoilers.
Well, how can we earn it? Give us the chance to earn it. Let us do you a service.
Kill the abomination. Kill the abomination. The group of treants point to Bonsai. Kill him.
Wait, are you fucking serious?
Return him to the earth.
Absolutely not. It's not an abomination. It's a rebirth of your people, you idiots. Can we just... Rain, can you just fireball them? They don't deserve our regard. Maybe leave one left to tell us about their secrets.
One moment. I would like everybody to roll initiative for me.
Sorry for starting combat.
You're not sorry.
You're right, I'm not.
You have
Christina?
to be sorry to be sorry.
My initiative is still only +6 instead of +9 or +10 or whatever it's supposed to be.
Okay, so add 3 to your roll.
All right. Shall I just roll it manually? Or does it
No,
actually
you
read
should-
the initiative?
It will read your initiative, so if it's not the right number, you should adjust it so it's the correct number.
Okay. Oh, and then I can add a +3. Haha. Very clever. All right.
Dreon is going to spend one of his superiority die to roll a d10 and add it to his initiative.
I rolled
did you roll
double
a 1 and a
2s.
2?
That's amazing. I rolled 2 and 2.
Go ahead and roll.
All right.
2. I will add that to your initiative, bringing it to 7.
Yeah.
How did Rain go faster than everybody? With a 3.
Everyone was distracted by this conversation Flix was having.
Those are some pretty awful initiative rolls, but I'll allow it. With Flix's hostile words and mention of fire, the treants are immediately roused into action and fear.
Oh yeah, classic mistake. You can't mention fire around trees.
And they deserved it. They were like, kill bonsai? Fuck you. How far away is this idiot?
You have a ruler. Measure it yourself. Why are you asking me all these questions?
I have to zoom in. I was like, I can't read it. It's too
I'm
small.
reading it with your eyes.
Your special eyes.
All right.
My brand.
Flixfly is going to dive bomb.
It's totally not your turn.
Oh, I got a little message at the top of my screen that said, "Get ready, you're up."
You're up next. You're up next. Next is the key word there.
Next is now. You're up next. You're up next, Christina. What does that mean to you?
You're up after this turn of the token. Like
Yeah, I'm with Christina on this one.
You guys
after the current
you guys
turn.
are
What?
blatantly incorrect.
Pepsi next is clearly not Pepsi.
It's your turn next. In Monopoly means that you're going, right?
No.
After the current
After
turn,
the
you
current
can
turn is done.
Oh my
All
god,
right,
let
fine.
the
We'll
tree
just
fucking
go. Just go.
I'm gonna hit you with multiple rocks.
Probably. I'm still invisible though, so.
But you have been talking, so he can
You
take a
have been
swing.
talking, so he's going to probably throw something in your general direction. Because you have been
Well, he has to-
conversing with the treants.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes,
I'm still pretty up
absolutely.
there.
It's
You don't
still
have to guess.
disadvantage.
I mean, technically.
He needs to make a perception roll.
He rolls with disadvantage. Invisible targets receive disadvantage.
Yeah. Not that this usually matters for your rolls. Oh, yay!
Oh, that definitely did.
You fucking idiot.
The treant reaches down into the dirt and pulls up a massive clump of earth and hurtles it into the air next to where the annoying word of fire came from.
Oh, it's been a while for you, hasn't it? Well, that wasn't better.
The treant chooses a better target. A large clump of earth goes sailing over Bonsai's head. Flix, you're up. By the way, if for the future, if you're invisible, please mark yourself as invisible so I don't.
I have a
make that
little
mistake in
aura.
the
I thought
future.
that's what it was.
No, the aura is your current turn marker.
Oh,
You have
weird.
to target yourself when you cast invisibility, and it'll apply it to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So it just helps me remember when I'm looking at the board. Because
Yeah,
I
sorry
didn't
about that.
remember you were invisible.
Do you want me to tag myself with invisibility now?
Yeah, unless you're immediately attacking and removing it. If you're invisible, just mark yourself as invisible. If you're not, just keep track of it.
Crap, which one of these is invisibility?
You could just recast it on yourself and just not spend the spell slot.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That should fix it.
It's also the one labeled invisible.
It's that one.
Oh
Cool.
god, he's
Alright.
god!
Yay. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's about to be gone anyway, but...
So invisibility, so just to let you guys know, invisibility is actually a thing. So if I mark you as invisible, I can see Flix, you all cannot see Flix. And there are certain visions that can see invisible targets, and that would activate when you activate the condition invisible. So if somebody has see invisibility, they would be able to see Flix.
That's cool.
But yeah, so that's built in, so I kind of want to emphasize that you guys have the right buffs on. Anyway, continue.
Can I
All
test
right.
that real quick?
Yeah. Flix is going to zoom over here. What?
I just want to test it because I have blind sight.
Oh, to see if you could see me. I think I'm too high up for you to see me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Yep. Flix zips over here. And with my fancy flaming silver longsword, I'm going to booming blade this idiot. So what's the I've rarely used my cantrips, so what's the process here? Do the attack or do the cast the spell first, Ram?
I just attack and then cast the
Yeah,
spell.
target it and attack. Target it, cast the spell.
Okay.
That says requires attunement. Are you attuned to that?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
You made it your like warlock thing, right?
Yeah.
You hit yourself. You had yourself targeted, so I'm going to delete that.
Oh, god damn it.
Alexander Hamilton shoots Alexander Hamilton.
Oh, it's only 5 feet tall. Let me drop.
Yeah, you're 30 feet up.
There we go. Let's try this again.
A 23 will hit.
All right, and then...
If you hit other formula, that's the fire damage.
Oh, sweet. And then sneak attack damage. And then booming blade damage.
Looking good. Let's see it. Nice.
A
All right.
whopping 5.
Another 5 flicks as you careen towards the treant. For one, your invisibility drops as you attack stuff. I will remove that. And you begin to chop away at the dried and crust-ridden branches of this desiccated undead treant. And you see that when you light it up with fire from your silvered longsword, that the wood catches easily. What else are you doing with your round?
I will zip away without provoking an attack of opportunity because of swashbuckler things. And he's boomed. So I will return to my exact starting point.
Very good. Does that end your round?
No. I will grant Dreon a bardic inspiration die.
Tugum used to do that too.
Just
All right,
FYI,
Dreon, let's see what you're capable of.
It is a bonus action for you to light your sword, just so you know.
Yeah, so you've already used a
time you
bonus
light it.
action.
Wait, oh, it's a bonus action to light the sword?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not always on.
Oh, that's stupid. All right, well.
But now
you-
it's
yeah,
always it could be always on.
Yeah, it is
Oh,
on
right,
now,
right,
but it
right,
is a
right.
bonus action to speak the command word to light your sword. So you
In
don't
which
have
case,
a bonus action available.
I did that. Sorry, I missed that was necessary.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We have another flaming sword in Kaamos, and we're intimately familiar with that.
Much like the other treants, they begin slamming their hands into the dirt under them, unfurling massive mounds of earth, and tossing it at the party. Flicks, one moment. Just FYI, you know, when you're striking the treant, and you're setting it aflame, that sap is beginning to ooze out from the treants bark, and it was splashing up your arms. They're highly acidic, and you notice, as you look down and as you escape, that your clothing is beginning to be dissolved away. One moment, please. Nude Flicks.
More likely than you think.
Flicks, make me a dex save, please.
Sure. 15.
As you fly back, you manage to tear off just the small amount of offending acid from your clothes, and you throw it to the ground. And the grass underneath the clothing wilts and withers. It's not just acid, it seems to have some sort of strange necrotic property as well, but it's certainly very toxic to natural flora and fauna.
Well, I fucking hate that. Suggest hitting them from a distance front.
The treant agrees and throws a rock at Dreon.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hurtling over your head, you're being showered with freshly turned moist earth. More rocks! The tree's apparently rolling like Dreon tonight as you duck and dodge.
Dreon very calmly seems to step aside from these. Like he kind of just predicts where they're going to be, and he just decides to move.
Sick dodge! And this treant will move slightly. Rain, you're up.
All right. All right, Dreon. Let's see what you can do then, huh? And Rain is going to cast haste on Dreon. Rain is going to cast haste on Dreon.
Oh, shit.
Whatever I said.
Dreon, you feel your heart quicken and your limbs limber up as you are under the effect of Rain's haste spell.
And then with bonus action, I don't think you added it yet, but can I just cast my Mind Sliver as we discussed, quickened?
Sure.
All right. Rain is going to cast a quickened Mind Sliver on this treant.
What? All right.
Bonus action.
It'll make an int save. And it'll fail with a 13. The treant makes that strange sing-song-like dissonant howling noise as you assault its mind.
And it is at minus D4 on its saving throw.
All right. Rain, anything else you're doing with your round?
Well, insight check. Nope. That will be. Well, let's see. These guys are throwing rocks and shit. Rain is just gonna kind of duck over here, try to use that as cover.
Okay. Very
And
good.
that'll be it.
Against the north treant, you would have, looks like at least partial cover. Dreon.
I don't see it at all, so.
Yeah. Dreon, you're up.
So is the acidic tears thing, is that applied to just, melee attacks for like 5 foot, or would it make a difference if he's using a spear and he's attacking potentially from 10 feet away?
It would not splash onto you at range. It's only within a 5-foot radius.
Got it. Dreon dashes forward, seeming quicker than he'd normally be. And he's gonna stop in front of the tree.
The tree is weeping and oozing its noxious sap as it looks down at you.
And the screen has gone black on me for some reason.
Strange.
Yeah, I'm
Looks
reloading.
looks like you DC'd, maybe?
I don't know.
Maybe you have to log back in.
Apparently I was so fast from haste that I actually just left.
You left this plane.
You just notice like the cat gets up from its nap and just goes out the door.
Let
He's
me
turning the
out!
tree, and he's going down the street. He went around the corner, and he's gone.
And he's gone!
He's not bodyguarding shit. It's Shift T to target something, right?
T for single, mouse over T, and Shift T for multiple targets.
Well, my days of multiple targets are at an end, so. Okay, having reloaded into the game.
Hello.
Hello, Dreon.
Give him the glaive.
Give him the glaive!
I mean, that's really all this character does. There's literally nothing in the spell sheet.
You have, like, techniques and shit, right?
Yeah, I have a ton of techniques.
Yeah, he has like a bunch of like maneuvers. Okay. So he dashes forward and brings up the glaive from below, just in an arc across the treant's body.
All right, let's see it. Treant groans as you thwap it in the hollow trunk with your glaive.
He's gonna attack again.
Bark begins to fly everywhere. Oh, Jesus. You see the sap that once afflicted Flicks, causing him to shed his sleeves, is not affecting you.
And he is going to action surge.
Oh, shit.
Don't forget, you also have a hasted attack, or hasted action as well.
Oh, so I get an extra just full action with haste?
You get an extra full action, but if you use it to attack, you only get the one attack. You don't get your full extra. You don't get your full multi attack.
Okay, but I could haste and also use action surge, right?
Yes, you
Yes.
absolutely can.
I'm just unlimited blade works now.
Okay.
Ah!
Alright, this one goes wide.
It does. You try to strike in the same place where you chopped off a bunch of tree already. Swing going wide. You bring it back.
And then he's gonna use a bonus attack.
There's a large crack that splits up the middle of the tree. Oh shit! All right, polearm master.
Damn.
Let's see it.
Alright, I have no idea how much damage I did to the thing, but you
A
walk.
lot. I see it.
So Dreon just like fucking dashes forward and just slice.
I think you actually get 2 more attacks off your action surge. You get 3 attacks.
Oh, do I just get a full thing with action?
Yeah, you get your
action
full
surge
action.
Is a full
Yeah,
action.
so you have not finished your action yet. You have two more attacks.
Action, turns out action surge is really good.
Spiders are pretty fucking solid.
Oh, I did the full arm.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't. I'm gonna undo that.
Okay, let me click the right thing.
That'll hit. Dreon, you literally become a flurry. Also, you do notice when you hit the treant with your polearm, with the blunt end of the polearm, it does not do as much damage as you do when you are slashing with it.
Alright, yeah, and that's going to, he's going to stop, see that it's still up, and then, like, look it over. He's gonna insight check. He's too caught up in the bloodlust. And that is going to end his turn.
Bonsai, you're up.
Alright, we're gonna start with an insight.
Okay, hold on, 1, 2, 3. Gotta go.
Oh, shit. Do I need to wait for him?
No. Go ahead.
So I incited with a 24. I'm trying to discern if there's anything that will get these guys to chill. Like of a natural like discussion or action that's not spells.
Bonsai, not only are these poor treants who once guarded this grove cursed with this undead affliction, but they are undead, and there's probably not much you can do to reason with them at this point, short of miraculously bringing them back to life.
Cool. In the party's heads, basically communicate that like these are not natural. Do not give them any remorse or hold back at all. And Bonsai steps forward, and as they're stepping forward, take the bonus action to extend out Durin's tentacle tongue from his arm and give a little slap.
Oh, you got range? You got 10-foot range on that too?
Yep.
Nice.
A real reason I grabbed this.
Oh.
But I unfortunately don't hit the same way. Let me maybe try to aim a little bit more towards where you went, Dreon. Tries again. Oh yeah, that's it.
There you go.
There you go, just took some warming up. As you lash the whip around Dreon, you notice that it looks, well, partially strange, but has more of a tree-like texture to match Bonsai's arm. You can tell it was something different at one point, but has become one with Bonsai, more carefully matching his palette.
Oh, that didn't quite do as much as I would like. Dreon, do you mind protecting me too? Bonsai steps behind him. That's the end of Bonsai's turn.
Next up, the treant. The treant. Treant! Brought
Oh, no.
branch rage. He takes a step forward. Oh, no, he doesn't disappear. Come back.
He's gone.
I hit the invisibility button for some godforsaken reason. He brings up his boughs high above Dreon's head and brings them crashing down upon the leonin. Now, one moment, please.
It should factor it in, but Dreon, you do have a +2 AC from haste as well.
Okay.
It is factored in. The boughs being hard to dodge come crashing down on the Leonin's head.
Dreon grunts, but still like stands all the way in front of Bonsai.
The treant leans back and brings his boughs crashing down again. And one final time. Dreon is momentarily disappearing under the flurry of branches that this treant is bringing down upon the poor Leonin.
Quick question: what is Dreon wearing? Like tissue paper?
He's wearing whatever he started with. Like he doesn't have like any fancy armor yet. It's just chainmail.
Chainmail.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get him some better gear later.
Nope. That acknowledged. Noted.
he kept everything he had from Kaamos. That's all he has.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a bunch of shit, so.
Yes. The start of the round 2. The treant slowly begins to move forward. Tum, 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 tum. And as he does, scoops up another massive piece of dirt from the ground and flings it at Flix.
Why though?
You said the F word! He digs into the earth, flinging rocks. 3 massive piles of earth go hurtling past your head, Flix.
Ha! Well, excellent.
You're
If
up.
you'd actually hit with any of them, I would have talked massive shits. Oh, there's a little bong. It's your turn. What would you like to do? I have so many options.
Did the booming blade go off?
I did
no.
not. Flix, give me some booming blade damage.
Ooh, do I need to scroll up for that, or just...
You can just cast it
and
without
bypass
using the spell
secondary.
slot.
Well, it's a cantrip, so that shouldn't be a problem. Targeting Treant. Aha, see, I'm learning a little bit.
We've been playing this game for a year and a half.
Well, you know what? You know what?
I'm just giving you shit. Give me the damage.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure it's not like the initial damage and that it's actually the situational damage.
Oh, I haven't been playing Bonsai for a year and a half.
Yeah, it should be 3d8.
Well, no, yeah, but I would hit the versatile button and not the damage button. Usually the versatile button has the tertiary or the secondary effect.
Haha, you're right. A whopping 9 damage.
Very good. What's that, Bonsai?
So the Divine Smite, which should just be part of all of Bonsai's melee attacks, did not trigger for the attack that hit.
Oh, if you want, you can retarget him now and then hit your Divine Smite and see how much damage it does. I don't think it automatically applies.
Okay, I'll just remember that for the future.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like the cleric one, like the divine whatever damage, the radiant damage they can do. You have to do it separately.
Oh. That's not right. Alright, we're gonna skip it for this time, so it's not letting me do just like the simple 1d8. Oh, because it's undead, that's why. Sorry. There you go, extra 15 damage.
All right. Looking good. Flix, does that end your round? Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
I
No,
haven't,
it's
I haven't
Flix's,
actually
your
done
round.
anything yet.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Continue.
Quite all right. Let's see. What's Flix going to do? Flix is going to zip over here. I'll do a... All right. So what Flix is actually going to do is he's going to fly up. Fly up like this. There we go. All right. Well, this one's rather fucked up, right?
Just finish it off.
They're all
Well,
fucked up.
They're all
All right. Well, I'll try. Let's see. Nope, that missed.
Oh no.
Ha-ha!
Second attack.
Get fucked!
Flix is, you fire your arrow into the tree, and you notice as it hits the trunk with a resounding thunk, that it does not do as much damage as you think it does.
Oh, well that's stupid. It provokes an insight check, which tells me nothing.
Thonking?
Well, shrug. Do I have anything that I can load up? I don't think I do. I don't have any fire arrows. I should get some of those. Yeah, Flix just keeps shooting away.
Another shot with your third attack, doing 9 damage to the treant as your arrow flies through the air. Plunk, plunk.
Hurts me.
The treant groans. And sap oozes from the wounds left with the crossbow bolts embedded in the trunk.
Well, I'll help with that one in a moment. And actually, yeah, that was all the movement that I had. Yep, that's my turn.
Next up, there's a treant who is beginning to move a little bit closer. And targets Flix again. Dirt! Fling! And a miss. Reaching down for another massive pile of dirt.
Where did you come from? Stop that. Honestly, dirt.
Oh, is it? Stop that!
Actually,
a couple errant rocks.
before that resolves, I'm going to spend a reaction to shit talk him and reduce his attack by 1d6.
Lincoln?
Yeah. Features. It doesn't group my stuff together, so I have to find it. Give me a second.
You can just search by what it's called.
I don't remember. What's the bard shit talky ability? Cutting words?
I think so.
Yep.
You are the bard. Help.
As a reaction, when a creature that's not immune to being charmed that you can see within 60 feet makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll, you can expend 1 use of bardic inspiration, roll the dice, and subtract the number from the creature's roll.
Excellent. Go ahead.
Sweet. What are you fucking idiot? You're throwing dirt? You're throwing dirt? That's the best that you've got? Your ancient undead trees, and you're throwing clods of dirt? You deserve to be extinct. Sorry, Bonsai, I didn't mean you.
Oh my god! He said it.
I don't identify with them, don't worry.
I'm not affiliated with them.
My brand.
Another treant awoken from the ruckus begins to mosey on up from the south.
You weren't invited. Fuck off.
You hear the creaking of his boughs as
This is
he
our
strongly
grove
disagrees
now.
with you. Yeah, beat it. Who is the loudest?
Beat it,
Flix?
Rootsy.
Oh, cutting words, yeah.
Beat it, Rootsy. This is our grove now.
Rootsy. Due to the distance, he throws at disadvantage. I don't think any of these will hit unless I roll 2 20s.
Your mother was a root-bound ficus.
He probably was. Rain, you're up.
Boy.
If, just for the record, if Akashwa was here after Flix had said your mother was a root-bound ficus, Akashwa would have been like, yeah, your FICO score is terrible.
FICO score.
Let's see. So, Treant Boy over here is still... We're going to insight check. We're going to lead with insight check.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Can I get this one's hit points?
Sure can. You can know one other thing.
Let's see his hit points first.
Okay.
Can I get his dexterity saving throw?
-1.
Okay.
I love everything about this. This was like the perfect fight for Akasha to set shit on fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're not actually bunched up together. It's not perfect. He would have had to use like down scorching fire or whatever.
Yeah. If it was a bunch of those little stick bastards that were all together.
Yeah. That would have made it perfect.
Raina's gonna go. Hang on, 5'10".
I mean, it's still a really good fight for Akashba, but like no better than like the standard vampire chaff.
True.
All right. Raina's going to bonus action mind sliver this guy.
Okay. He makes an int save. And fails with an 18.
All
Jesus. The treant
And-
struggles.
The whole fucking reason we spent that resonant gem. Raina's going to cast Disintegrate with her action.
Oh lord.
So Dex saving throw -1d4, please.
Oh shit. Okay. Dex save. Situational bonus. -1d4. Okay. Normal roll, no disadvantage. Okay. Jesus!
Oh, God.
He fails with a 0. And takes 72 force damage as rain disintegrates.
Yeah, so Rain just sits there, like, kind of like touches her finger to her tongue, like holds it out, checks the wind speed direction, forms her disintegrate spear, and just hurls it. For this time, the first fucking time, we're gonna land a fucking disintegrate straight through this bastard.
The treant takes 72 damage, and all you hear ripping through the forest is the sound of crack, 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 wood snapping and cracking as rain channels a beam into the treant.
Dreon like sees this out of the corner of his eye. I'm supposed to fucking protect her.
The treant howls.
To which Flix was right.
Rain, what else are you doing with your round?
With a hearty sigh of self-satisfaction, Rain just steps casually back behind the obelisk.
I like how I rolled a 4 and then -1d4 and then -1 for the dex, just made a 0 save. Just no save.
Womp womp.
Rain, does that end your round?
Yeah, that's it. That's all she can do.
Dreon.
I get to use bonus actions finally.
Dreon, you're up. You're hasted.
What's the deal with taking a 5-foot step back? Does that not provoke an opportunity?
There's
no
no
such thing in
5-foot
5e.
step in 5e.
Ooh.
You have to take the disengage action, which you could do with your hasted action if you wanted to.
Yeah, Dreon's gonna take the disengage.
Okay.
You might be able to just finish this dude off and then move on to the others.
Yeah, it just wouldn't make sense for like Dreon as a character wouldn't do it that way.
Okay, you use your hasted action to disengage.
All right. Dreon is going to target this guy, and then
There, Dreon.
Alright, your glaive tears into the remains of the treant. It's ever so slowly, you're chopping him down. Oh, and finally, the treant makes a loud cracking sound and looks startled down at itself as it begins to fall over.
Dreon turns, not even taking a moment to process that he killed this thing, and he dashes over this way and gets in front of Rain. And he's going to use his other attack.
Hold up. I think I'm gonna use a superiority dice.
Where
Anybody
the
else just
fuck
see
did
his
that
spear just
glaive
fuck
go?
off?
Yeah,
I
you're
was
targeting
like,
the wrong one.
where did it? Yeah, I think you were targeting the dead one.
I would have missed anyway, so it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
that was hilarious though. It just went do across the room.
It's just hanging out there. He's going to use a goading attack. So you can spend 1 spirit to add to total damage roll. Oh, to add to the total damage roll, and then, okay, so that wouldn't work. Okay, yeah, because he would need to have hit first.
Correct.
Okay, so the only thing that would have changed the outcome here is a precision attack, which does not feel worth it. Okay, yeah, Dreon's gonna end his turn. Well, he's in insight actually.
What would you like to know?
HP bar.
Oops. There you go.
All right, that's gonna end his turn.
Bonsai. You're up.
All right. We're going to target the northern one, and we're going to insight check.
What would you like to know?
Are these trees in any way connected? So communication kind of like we do, or like when one dies, does the other get sad, or anything along those lines?
Insight will not give you that information.
All right, then there's nothing I want to know. If they have another ability, that'd be cool, but it doesn't matter.
They are siege monsters. They will do double damage to objects and structures. If your airship remained here, it would be disastrous.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess that would have been important to keep in mind. All right, and Bonsai is going to whip this boy. Okay.
25 will hit.
And then I'm going to add the 1d8 of radiant.
Oof. Very good. Sure did.
All right, then we're going to attack again. Just come back and whip around and try to hit him in the eye.
Okay. The knotted eye flares open, watching the whip come slashing towards it.
An extra 10.
Ooh, okay. The treant emits a loud crack, its foundations crumbling under it. It seems just barely holding on to life.
Oh, I didn't quite finish this one. And Bonsai kind of fades away 5 feet for the rest of their movement. And that is the end of their turn.
Next up, the treant near Dreon takes a step forward to meet him. And lifts up his bows once again in a familiar slam attack. Boom! On the ground, it misses.
He's going to use maneuver riposte.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he's going to use a reaction expense to make a melee attack against it. So yeah, as the treant swings down, Dreon steps to the side and then slashes up.
Go ahead and link it. It should use your reaction.
Okay.
Nice. Target the tree. And smash it with whatever melee attack you're using. Lag. Huh? Hello?
Healer?
Healer? Try again? Oh, there it goes.
The glaive had to walk across the
The glaive had to
clearing
come
again.
back! And unfortunately, that'll miss.
Yeah, it goes wide, and he curses his lack of discipline.
The tree continues its assault.
Oh, that's gonna hit him.
That will hit. The boughs come crashing down, crushing you for 19 bludgeoning damage. And the last slam as it lifts up into the air and comes down again. Dreon, you're starting to feel the effects of all of this bludgeoning to the head as finally you begin to bleed. Flix, you're up.
Dreon falters briefly, but then rises back to his feet.
Flix hesitates for a moment before zipping down to face the treant. Actually, let me make sure. Oh yeah, 30 feet. That's great.
Begone, despoilers.
Yeah, and Flix is just going to lay into the treant with his flaming longsword. Christina, the values are not correct. It's using my strength instead of my dexterity.
It's a longsword.
Yeah.
Yes, but when I make it a hexblade item, it no longer uses any other attribute except for my charisma. Your charisma becomes your to-hit attribute.
Even for a longsword? Oh, it's because you're
Or-
a fairy. It's because you're a fairy and you're using a longsword.
No, it's because I'm a hexblade.
Yeah, but also you're a small creature, and small creatures struggle with using longswords.
No, you can use a longsword normally.
Or was it a long bow? Anyway,
Yeah, longbows are like a thing, and like I can't use a greatsword without suffering disadvantage or whatever, but a longsword should be
well,
fine.
yeah. Hold on, let me look at your sword real quick.
Like I can't make it my like hex thing in here. I don't know how to do that.
Ace weapon. Ammo, finesse, magical focus. There it is. You attack with your charisma mod?
Correct.
Okay, I'll just have it use your charisma mod instead.
Perfect.
Okay, try now.
Sweet. Clicky.
You have to target the treant, so don't forget.
Oh, right. We like doing that. All right, now clicky. Haha. Well, I'm back and you're goopy. Let's get this done. Oh.
Is that correct? Do those numbers look correct?
It looks too high. I don't know
so
where the
it's-
7 comes from.
So it's using your charisma mod, and then
And then plus proficiency is... It should be a +8,
5.
but it's giving me a +7 from somewhere. I should only get +3 and +5. Unless this thing attacks as a +3 weapon or something, but I don't think it does.
no, hold on. I wish I knew where the +7 was coming from. Hold on. Because I just marked it as using attacking with your charisma mod. Hold on.
Yeah, that's working properly now. Sorry to slow everything down, people.
All good.
Oh, it's just for some reason. Okay. Hang on. I see it. I think I had tweaked it before for you.
Is fix?
Not yet. One sec. Okay. Close your character sheet, reopen, and then try again.
Okay. Closed. Retrieved. Attacked.
Okay.
That's correct.
All right. Sounds good.
Does the 17 hit? Yes.
Very good.
All right. And then versatile? Is that
Versatile's your fire damage.
sweet? Wait, it says, I think it's other formula actually.
Oh, yeah. Versatile is wielding with 2 hands. Other formula is fire. Apologies.
Right. And then a little bit of sneak attack damage.
Flicks with a final flurry of blows. Your fiery longsword erupts into the tree, and causing it to burn and smolder from the inside out. Dreon, you see it shudder and crackle and begin to glow with inner heat before it crumbles into spore-like dust in front of you, leaving Flix a victorious victor behind it.
Yeah, and then with my bonus action, Flix will toss a potion of greater healing to Dreon.
Dreon is panting and pretty bloodied, but kind of looks up and just thanks.
Flix, can you put your potion? Well, you have to trade within 5 feet. If you're throwing, just put it on the ground, and then make me an athletics check.
Okay.
So just drag it out of your inventory on the ground.
Ooh, I can drag stuff? Oh, that's so exciting. Boop. No, I don't want to give the item to...
Well, don't put it on the treant. The treant's a big square.
Nice.
I put it here.
I gave it to Dreon, but let me...
I got it.
Oh, he got it. Okay, great.
But I'll still make the skill check anyway, and then we can make him roll for it, like grab it off of the ground or something.
Go ahead.
Oh, I only have a +1 to athletics? That's nonsense. Whatever. Flix tosses it to you like a goddamn champion.
With a neat toss, Dreon, you catch it without issue. Flix, does that end your round? You've used a bonus action, 2 actions. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna insight this treant to get a health bar.
Which one? Sorry, I didn't see you paying.
North treant near bonsai.
Okay. 1 moment, please. There you go.
Oh.
Flix, does that end your round?
Actually, yes, it does, unfortunately. You're right, Dreon. Drink up.
I'm just walking it off.
Good show so far, though. Must say.
The treant steps forward into bonsai. And, raises its bows for some slamming. Apparently, a 20 will miss. And so will a 16. It's just a rustle of leaves. And all bonsai does is just stand there in the chaos. The trees seeming to bend away from him as if they were controlled by a higher power.
Arctis wants you to stop despoiling this land, not me.
The treants do not appear to be happy with that statement. The treant emerging from the south, you hear grabbing fistfuls of earth. There we go. We got some rocks. As he throws a rock over at Flix's direction. Right as you fell that treant, another one appears.
Look, fuck off. With your dirt clods and your inaccuracies. Be gone. Unless you want to, we can leave you alone. All you have to do is tell us the secret pacts that you made with the Fae, and we'll leave what remains of you in peace.
He flings another clod of earth with his left hand over at Dreon, and that too goes flying off into the distance. Rain, you're up.
Idiot shrubberies, what's wrong with them?
Well, they are undead.
Vampires are undead, and they can be perfectly personable.
Rain steps up to Dreon and...
Like, says to no one.
Go ahead, save the potion for an emergency. And is going to use... Oh, where the fuck? Alright. I'm gonna go in here. There we go. Not attacking Dreon. Oh wait, that's because it's a spell.
It's a spell. Right. It's at the bottom of your spell list.
Yeah, it's in the bottom of the spell list now. Okay. Nope, that's the inventory. Oh my god. Yeah, use anyway. And is going to just put her arm on your shoulder and she winces a little bit as you get 28 healing.
As you cast the spell, you notice that Dreon flinches briefly, like he's like going to swing, and then stops.
Oh, that damaged you. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. So the 14 actually needs to deal damage to... Okay. So it looks like it dealt damage to Dreon because I had Dreon targeted, but it didn't heal. So Dreon, you heal for 28. I take 14.
Yeah, that's correct. I will heal Dreon. Boop.
Hooray.
There we go.
There we go.
Fixed.
Fixed.
Okay, so lesson learned, I target myself with life transference, and some other person just heals. Cool.
Rain, you maintain your concentration on your haste spell.
Let's see, how far is this guy? 45? I think that's in range. Yeah, okay. And with our action, we are going to throw a Ray of Frost.
Ooh. Okay, a 30 is gonna hit the tree. For 19 cold damage. The cracking of the boughs resonates throughout the grove as the roots begin to freeze. The tree moves significantly slower now.
And I guess we can go ahead and insight check too.
What would you like to know?
Let's get hit points on that guy.
Oh, that actually tracks it on the character sheet. It's actually nice. 1 moment. There you go.
Alright. That will be Rain's turn.
Dreon, you're up. 2 trees have been chopped down, and 1 is on the precipice of death.
Dreon stands up, thanks, and then charges off at the other one.
Thanks.
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 Alright, good arc on the first one. And Dreon runs up, kill-stealing bonsai's treant.
Thanks, Dreon.
With a fell swoop of your glaive, you just slam it into the crackling bark, and it splinters in half, showering bonsai and multiple toothpicks.
And he uses the rest of his movement speed to get closer to this one. And he's
You can
going-
use your hasted action to dash as well.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get there. To
Okay,
use the rest
yeah.
of your attack.
He gets there.
He gets
Like,
there.
you can move so far with haste.
That's scary. Oh, so- okay, a 28 will hit.
19's not a crit, is it? I'm not imagining. It's not a crit for melee weapons unless you have like a feat.
Yeah,
No.
unless you have some sort of feat or like a dangerous weapon that enhances your critical range. Alright, Dreon begins to tear into the southern treant. Hitting it twice.
Alright, and he's gonna use his bonus action.
Hitting it with the blunt end of the polearm. Striking it. This will do half damage.
Yep. And that's going to end his turn.
Bonsai, you're up. You are covered in bits and pieces and sticky sap from the weeping treant in front of you that Dreon smashed. What would you like to know?
Wisdom modifier. Or saving throw. Wisdom saving throw.
+3.
Alright. We can work with that. Bonsai is like wiping off the whatever visceral stuff is on it. And then turns and goes full movement. Which is not very far. Sees that Dreon is like just wrecking the place, but isn't able to actually help too much. And asks Arctis for some help. Arctis, if you're on our side and we're doing this right, please help me. Communicate to this treant. Grovel.
Oh, shit. Wisdom save?
Yeah.
Fails with a 10.
Cool. On its turn, it has to use its entire turn to go prone. And that's the end of Bonsai's turn.
Flix, you're up. Flix, are you muted?
Well, I was actually chewing popcorn, but as good as.
Yes.
All right, so there's absolutely no reasoning with these idiots, right?
Correct. There should be fertilizer for a new generation.
If I go here, can I flank with Dreon, or is Dreon too far away to flank with?
Dreon
Yeah,
is too far away. He is at ranged. He is 10 feet away. He cannot fly with weapons with flank with weapons with reach.
Yeah, that's correct. Well, it's still engaged with an ally, so I still at least get my sneak attack. All right, but no advantage, sadly. Right, targeting. Pew. Good enough. Hello there. Would you like a little pruning?
The tree groans under the assault. And that will be 12. The fire takes to it readily.
Oh, want a little bit more of that,
Flicks, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Gladly. Is it something that evasion would interact with?
Link evasion?
Or it might be uncanny dodge. Nope. Maybe, do I not have evasion yet? I thought you got evasion before you got uncanny dodge.
No.
Sorry, I have a lot of little features that I don't use very often. I'm not often in melee.
Yeah, you can also search for it with the search bar.
Yeah, I don't think I have it.
I don't think your rogue levels are high enough.
Yeah, I need a few more. Alright, that's fine. Uncanny dodge will probably help. But here's the dex saving throw.
Yep.
Dean.
Flicks, you succeed.
So I have to make the save on each attack that I make?
That's correct.
Okay.
That'll hit. Whoa! Let's see if this will bring it down. 10 damage.
Wait a minute.
It will.
I would love to take that, but why is the sword doing 3d8 damage? I mean, that's super awesome.
Did you use versatile or did you use...
I just use normal damage.
Is it not supposed... How much damage is it supposed to do base?
Well, it's supposed to do 1d8 plus 2d6. I don't know why it's doing 3d8.
Okay, let me look at it. Hold on.
Sorry. Silver Flame Tongue Longsword, why are you being terrible?
Okay, so right now I had the damage formula written as 3d8 plus your modifier. What is your damage formula?
Okay, the damage formula for the Silver Tongue should just be 1d8 plus my...
1d8.
Because it's just a longsword, right? And then it does 2d6 fire.
At mod. Okay. Let's do... Oh, well, you have to turn it on to do the 2d6 fire. What formula? 2d6. Okay, hold on, I'm just gonna mark it as fire.
Yeah, it got turned on in the first round of combat. Do I need to do something special?
No. I'm just saying every time you have to turn on the sword in order to use it, so I can't bake the fire damage into the base sword because you have to turn it on. Does that make sense?
Right. So I always have to click other formula. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. So I have your damage formula is 1d8 plus your modifier, and then your versatile damage is 1d10 if you wield it in two hands.
Right, and then other formula is 2d6?
Fire. Yes, that's correct.
Perfect. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, let me roll damage again. Did you undo the last damage?
I did.
Sweet. Significantly less impressive, but you know. There we go. And then 18 fire damage.
All right.
And then Flix will bounce away from it again.
Honestly, you ended up doing about the same amount of damage. Like, you were pretty close. You had it dead before, but it was pretty close.
Yeah, almost there. All right,
Also,
and then,
it marked the fire damage correctly, so that's actually nice.
yay. All right, yeah, and then a bonus
Dex,
action.
make me a dex check, please.
Oh, right, yes. I keep rolling 15 exactly.
That is literally the DC, so I'm...
I should not
Great!
complain.
Flix, does that end your round?
You know what? I'm just gonna talk some shit. Go on, you piece of walking bark, you idiot. You rotting stump. Tell us your secrets before you're gone forever. Before you're obliterated from this plane.
The
You
treants,
shrubbery, you
are not-
ornamental bastard.
You certainly were not here to talk to the undead treants. As it takes a step forward towards Dreon and
No, it doesn't.
introduces
Those
him.
Those were decent taunts.
It was commanded to growl.
You're right. With a shudder, the treant kneels down onto the ground in front of Dreon and goes prone. Rain, you're up. Thank you for the reminder.
Rain's just gonna sit there and fold her arms. I think Dreon's got this.
Oh, Dreon?
Dreon, yeah, immediately jumps forward and begins slashing.
You do get advantage because it's prone now.
You do.
Oh,
That
still misses.
Oh my god! Literal memories. I'm having memories. I'm flashing back.
Spending-
You have a bardic inspiration die, don't forget.
It's
Dreon doesn't need it.
He wobbles on the first one, like clearly looking a little beat up, but then steadies himself and actually brings the glaive down across like whatever constitutes the neck of this treant, and just like blood sprays out of it.
The sap and stickiness goes everywhere as Dreon brings the treant low. And a still silence falls over the grove.
Flix, Dreon stands up and looks at you. All right, you're not Tugum. You're useful. And then he stalks off.
So tell me about this Tugum. He sounds fun.
Maybe some other time. I don't want to remember him.
That bad?
You
know,
don't even
I'm-
know.
I'm noisy and adorable, but once you're used to it, we're pretty great.
Dreon just kind of makes a face.
Dreon makes a face before all of a sudden getting really fucking lethargic
Yeah,
for
Dreon
about
actually
6
just, like,
seconds.
falls down to one knee and just fucking magic.
That haste afterglow, gotta love it.
Bonsai lays on hands though, or like walks up to Dreon and be like, "That was incredible," and lays on hands. And how much health is Dreon missing?
A bunch. He is missing, so he has 69. Nice. Out of 121.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Nice.
a lot. I mean, you get an extra 40 HP.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. Like, even if we take like a short rest, he's like gonna just get it all back, or he can just second wind.
You need
Like,
to track it. You need to track this.
Yeah, just add 40 HP.
Okay.
What if there are more fights?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm not worried about Dreon's ability to heal in a fight. I just chose not to do anything about it that fight.
You know, I was so offended that they suggest that we kill you, Bonsai, that really, that was an ideal opportunity to fucking trick them. I could have just said yes and then telepathically told you to act like you were dead, and then I could theatricality the shit out of it. It would have worked perfectly.
I don't know if those are the types of plans that we were talking about just a few moments ago.
Yeah, we should have just got the jump on him when we could have.
Well, we thought we could talk to them, and
Well,
we were almost
I'm
there,
just
and then
telling
they
you, it-
said idiotic, leafy nonsense, and they had to be cut down to size.
I didn't hear the conversation, but you could tell in their posture they were not looking to talk.
Well, granted, but they were talking for the moment, but then I told Rain to light them all on fire because they were being assholes.
Which is
Alright.
fascinating, because I've literally never lit anything on fire around you, Vlix.
You're a wizard, though. All wizards can light things on fire. I thought you just weren't doing it to be polite to Akashaba.
Well, I mean, that's part of it, but also I didn't really bother investing in, researching any fire spells.
But you could.
I could now.
All right, then. Let's do it. Fire
But did
spells
you-
for Rain. Chop, chop.
Did you not see me disintegrate the shit out of that one?
Oh, it was
That was
very,
pretty
very
cool.
nice. Yes, it was great. Wish I could do that. Went in the wrong line of work. All this talking and being awesome. Could have spent all that time in a library instead.
Sneaking and being beholden to some kind of strange otherworldly patron. We've got a lot of lines of work, Flix.
Well, that's just a Fae thing.
So I've been up since like 2:30. So
So yes, that is the end of today's session. Thank you all for joining us tonight. And I will, well, Akashaba, you can go. I'll wish everybody
Dreon!
else- I'm sorry, Dreon. I took a shot.
Ah! You have to take a shot.
yeah. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. We love you.
That is where we will end for today. Thank you all for joining me for some more gaming. As you travel through this ancient Fey forest, it seems to have an odd plague going on about it. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the some of the new flavor and descriptions. I hope it helped to invoke cool thoughts in your brain meats.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to be back. Yay.
I love the pace of this fight. These guys didn't feel quite as chonky as some of the stuff that we fought before. It felt zippy. Loved it.
Good.
But they
A
were
lot
still
of the
dangerous,
fights
you
lately
know.
have felt zippy. I like it.
They
Like
make me
dangerous
miss
but
the
zippy.
Scythians.
Thank you all for the feedback. I'm glad they have felt more fun, but still dangerous. So that's good. Also, reasonable saves. Reasonable saves.
Yeah.
That is
Also-
the first
also turns out to be
disintegrate
pretty
Rain
great.
has ever landed. I want to put like that goes on
it
a
hit for
plaque.
like 72. It was ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it's hard for disintegrate to not hit for like 70 something. It almost like because it's plus 40 and then a bunch of d10s.
So, and you know what's ironic? Dreon, because of his brooch of shielding, actually has resistance to force damage, and disintegrate is force damage. So if you tried to disintegrate Dreon, he would take half damage from it. Also, he's
half
immune to
damage
magic
of a
missile.
bunch of damage.
He's immune to magic missile too.
Oh, I forgot I have the fucking magic missile wand. Jesus, I forget that all the time.
So
I
if
should
he
use that
tries
more.
to, wand himself to death, I guess he's not going to. That's not going to happen.
Oh, because it doesn't appear in my little like menu at the top. That's why.
Sorry, I slowed stuff down getting corrections on a weapon that I haven't bothered using before.
Oh no, I just had to
Oh, no,
fix.
not at
I had to go in and fix the stats, so it didn't take me that long. I just needed to figure out what was wrong in order to fix it, like exactly. So I was like, okay. But you were clear, and that was super helpful for me.
Okay, awesome.
Christina, at the beginning of our next session, if you permit it, I'm gonna want Bonsai to cast Find Greater Steed. Just that's gonna
Ooh.
take 10 minutes. So, however we want to do that and have Scythius' spirit show up.
Yeah, I can put him on the canvas now if you want, unless you want to save it for next session.
Yeah, no, like beginning of next session, maybe we can RP something.
Perfect. Sounds
I'm
good.
very curious about what form your Greater Steed's going to take.
Ooh,
That'll be a surprise.
I hope you're surprised.
All right, everybody. I will see you on Discord, and otherwise, if you want at any time, you can open up your journal tab in the top right and take a look at the regions and flip through some of the little notes. So pretty much all players can read that. I'm probably going to seed some more information there, and then we can put it in the wiki. Hooray! Documentation! It's the worst, but it's the best.
Sweet.
All right, everybody.
Thanks again, Christina, have a good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Thank you. It's good to be back.
Good to be back. All right. Whoa! My avatar kicked the bed for some reason at the end of the day. Ah. Thanks for watching. Catch us live on Twitch over at Zarina and catch our VODs over on YouTube at Arctis DD. That's Arctis Dungeons and Dragons. You can watch our shorts and our funny moments over on Play Arctis. Got a great editor who does great funny clips, so you can get an idea of where we're at with the game. Or just us messing around. Thanks for watching. Thanks, chat. Thanks, Nukiyashi. Thanks for hanging out. Etc. Thank you, as always. Thanks, Devo, for dropping in. Oh, thanks for answering the question about what program we use. We use Foundry VTT. It's heavily modified. But thanks again for watching. And I'll see you next time.